Oh, hey. What's going on? Jeremy Burke in the chat writes the following. If the Jays pull this off and make the playoffs, when do we apologize to the Dragon? I think the answer is simple. When they make the playoffs, you apologize. Yeah.
It's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now. Got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K,
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
What's up? It's Sid. Thursday, August the 13th, 2026. We are live on YouTube. We are live on X for everyone. I'm not even asking about the other one right now. We're good. Live on YouTube. Live on X. And for everyone listening and watching after the fact, thank you for making us a part of your day. Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. I don't get shows that can't come up with content, man. I got to be honest with you. I'm not throwing specific stones, but maybe I am. But I'm looking at a 2-hour show today. Easy. All these notes, coupled with how long-winded Azzo is, coupled with how succinct and to the point I am, coupled with the chat, dare I say, one of the best in Canadian sports.
Oh, yeah.
Applause to you. It's the first time we've golf clapped on this show, hasn't it?
No, it's true.
We got a lot here. So it's Thursday. Programming note for us. Really looking forward to tomorrow's show. Joseph Cacharo of The Score joined us. We did the interview yesterday. He does an amazing job covering basketball for The Score. I have a bit of a history with The Score. And Josep was amazing. So we taped that interview yesterday. We're going to run it for you tomorrow. And it's going to be every single Kawhi angle you can think of, including me pitching a theory as to what really happened with Uncle Dennis and Kawhi. Uncle Dennis, it was not announced, but reported on July the 6th that he was fired by Kawhi, along with his other agent. I'm proud of this theory. I don't have a lot to base it on, but I'm very proud of this theory. Azzo didn't hate it. You'll hear it tomorrow. Trust me, we're going to get to the Jays. Trust me. But I do want to follow up on, seeing as we're on the Kawhi thing, I do want to follow up on one thing because the city's still kind of buzzing from his appearance at the National Bank Open a couple days ago. And, you know, took a photo with Coco Gauff in the back, right? Posted it, and he was kind of, apparently people were complaining about how he was walking and being concerned that maybe Kawhi was also injured, but he was wearing those shoes where each toe has its own compartment. Did you see that?
Yeah, I hate those.
It's the most ridiculous shoe I've ever seen in my life. Do you need to prove to me you got toes? I think you do. I'm good.
And if you don't want to.
And if you're missing a digit, no problem. I'm not here to judge. What are you impressing me? I got 10 toes, sucker. Kai Tech Arena, 10 toes, August 15th. 10 toes, Kai Tech Arena. I'm good. I don't need to know you have 10 toes. And if you don't, all good. But there were Raptor fans freaking out that he was walking weird. I didn't pick up on that. I was still looking at McDaddy's sweater.
Doesn't he always though?
A little bit.
Like he's always
yeah, he's not like he's not like the epitome of physical anatomy in terms of running.
Right?
Like he has some gifts from God, like his hands are the size of people's heads.
I'm saying there's a reason they load management him.
It could be.
Right?
Could be. But people are freaking out. But it's just the shoes he was wearing, I think. But that's not even what I'm talking about. See, this is what I mean. Azzo's so long-winded. There was really no reporting at all about kind of what the vibe was with Kawhi the other night. And I can tell you this, without getting too into it, the feeling around Kawhi Tuesday night in Toronto when he was taken into tennis is this. He is going to be a Raptor. That's what I keep hearing. He is going to be a Raptor. When? I don't know. But his general vibe Tuesday night was very positive, which goes in line with most of the reporting in this city for the last month and a bit, which lines up with Jake Fisher of the Stein Line after his conversations with Camp Kawhi. And it's, as John Schneider said the other day, it's a full send if you're Kawhi in terms of being a Raptor again. Because people were wondering, because it's not like Kawhi's going to speak to anyone. People were wondering what he was thinking. I'm telling you, that's a little bit of what he was thinking. And I've not been shy about my take on this. I found it weird from the word go. I'm not backing off that. But I have to say in this moment, we are 46 days away from Raptors Media Day. 46. There are so many people in this town, from a Raptors perspective, who are convinced this is going to happen. From a media perspective, myself excluded, that are convinced this is going to happen. And Kawhi's camp really, really believes this is going to happen. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, then I'm the crazy one. Not the first time I'd be accused of that. But I'm now sitting back watching all this unfold, and I'm like, well, this has to happen now. Like careers on the line. Like, I'm not kidding. Like basketball executive careers, and if I may be so bold, media careers are on the line if Kawhi Leonard now is not a Raptor based on everything you've heard. They even got me convinced to a certain extent. Not totally. But my thought process is, like, all these people in Toronto can't be wrong. How can everyone be that wrong? Right? Now, I'm just a cynic by nature. That's why some of you are here. But man, I hope these folks have buttoned down their sources and their stories internally and externally with that team. I really do. Because this is going to have a hell of an odor to it if something else comes up. One last thing on if something else comes up. Azul, did you see the Pablo Torre stuff after the Lakers sale yesterday?
I did.
The Lakers, for those who missed it, after being sold for $10 billion last summer at this time, basically, to the owner of the Dodgers, had the owner of the Dodgers this week sell the team that he bought for $10 million and got $12.5 billion from a Kushner and Bob Iger, the former head of Disney. That was some serious news yesterday. So Pablo Torre, the award-winning journalist who's put out all the podcasts about alleged cap circumvention between the Clippers and Kawhi, which has complicated these things with the Raptors significantly. And by complicated, I mean the Raptors knew full well what was happening, but dove in anyway. There's a lot of jokes online about, well, good day for the Clippers. Pablo Torre is going to look into a new story. For instance, this is just a random tweet online from a guy named Jason. Lock in Pablo Torre. I need to know about this Lakers sale, LOL. Now, a writer who covers the Clippers named Forbad Esnashari responded to that by saying, if he cares enough. Pablo saw that. Quote tweeted your guy Forbad with a foreboding response. This is what Pablo said on Twitter. One of my favorite subplots of the Clippers investigation are the team-approved beat writers who keep praying that we lose interest, apparently completely unaware that we are constantly working on multiple stories. Now, I don't know if that means multiple non-Clipper stories or multiple more Clipper stories. How do you take that?
Yeah. I mean, it could be from anywhere, though, right?
It could be from anywhere.
Like, that's the thing.
It doesn't just have to be Pablo Torre, the Pulitzer Prize winning journalist. Anyone can look into it.
No, I mean, from what side, though, too?
I know this complete sieve who works for the Clippers won't be doing it because he wants a paycheck. Good for you. What ethics? What ethics? Anyway, back to the initial conversation. Kawhi's mood on Tuesday night was, despite the fact his head was in his phone all night, is uber positive he will be a Raptor. I don't know what the when's, but that's what I'm hearing from Tuesday. Go ahead, Azo.
No, I was going to say, but do you think Pablo started? He looks into all of these, or people are coming to him with stuff now? Like once he unveiled the first one,
I think it's a lot. It's a lot more from column A, and a little still from column B in terms of his journalism. But I think it's a lot of people coming up.
Exactly,
to him.
that's all I was trying to hint at. I think people are coming towards him, saying, "Hey, did you look into this? Look into that." A lot of people found the Lakers thing fishy.
Oh, it's a wild story how someone that close to the White House just bought the Clippers. And Bob Iger, the Lakers. Yeah. Sorry. Freudian slip. Yeah. Could someone be buying the Clippers soon?
Maybe.
I don't know.
There was rumors they were trying to hold out for the Las Vegas franchise or whatever. But now they.
But I'll tell you what. Listen, whatever you think of anything, that's a hell of a pivot and a smart one.
Yes.
To grab the Lakers over the Las Vegas Dice or whatever the hell they call them, the new expansion team in Vegas for the NBA. Yeah. Like, well, what would you rather have?
I'm from a guy who's under investigation already.
Yes.
Right? Like,
yes. For those who don't know, the guy running the Dodgers, who had initially bought the Lakers, is under federal investigation for alleged fraudulent behavior. Federal I said it once, I'll say it again, guys. You might not be aware of this. American law enforcement don't like fraud. We're a bit more lenient up here. I don't know why. Maybe it's resources. But down there, they sniff it out very quickly. And you better have your story straight.
Things can unravel quickly.
Oh, my God. Super unraveling. So that's the latest on that. Grumpy old madman in the chat. Pardon me.
It's a lot.
I heard Kawhi just bought a minor share in Sid's studio. Any trust issues? No. I can deny. Have you heard that rumor?
I heard there might be some new signs coming up. Maybe he's involved in getting those done, like the scoreboard. I don't know. Maybe.
How about this? If you next week see KL2 over my right shoulder, something's up. Until that happens,
or a road hockey,
or Rhode Island FC somewhere, something's up. Until then,
Daktronics maybe they're back. They were about to go under.
They're building our new scoreboard in a new studio.
You're gonna see a clock behind Sid.
There you go.
All done by Daktronics.
Jeremy Burke in the chat. KL2 Azo LLC.
I like that.
That'll hide it. No one will find that in public records.
I might copyright that. That's pretty good.
That's not bad, actually.
That's pretty good.
Get that on a shirt.
Yeah.
Azo, get that on a shirt, man.
If he becomes a Raptor, yes, I will. Guaranteed.
Your t-shirt guy needs to listen, who listens most days, should just send you a random thing that happens without your knowledge. Just once a week, 5 t-shirts show up from the week that was.
It's true.
Because if he doesn't do that, I got news for you, Azo. Not a real friend.
I know. I have too many real friends. All right, let's go.
Agnes, Agatha, Jermaine, and Jack, all your friends. Okay, so that we'll get back to Kawhi a little later on because I can't get enough of the story.
Oh, so good.
I mentioned it's 46 days away from Raptors Media Day. It is 47 days away from Leafs season opener. Did you know that? Tuesday, September 29th, for the first time ever in NHL history, Rogers is opening with the Habs and Leafs. Also, a reminder, we are 688 days away from Auston Matthews becoming an unrestricted free agent. Did you know that? Seems like a lot of days. In hockey circles, less than 2 years is not a lot of days. Tick, 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 tick. But the good news for Leaf fans is Auston Matthews is going to be here, ready to go for this season. That was a little up in the air for a while. Must be said. And there has been so much talk about the Leafs and what they have done and how they've tried to change the culture and add new spirit, Azo, to what they're doing. Like, they're just trying to add so much spirit.
Strengthens and grows. There'll be a certain spirit. Every year there's a certain level of spirit.
Jim Hiller, new head coach. John Chaika, new GM of people. Matt Sundin, new general GM of people. Matt Sundin, advisor of peoples. An advisor of human monies.
No, Pridham's gone. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, Pridham.
He was the guy of the human monies.
Pridham goes to Pittsburgh. Within a week, they signed a 7-point guy to an 8-year contract in Pittsburgh. Did you see that? I laughed. I still laugh at that story once a day. Once a day.
And then everybody even still has a problem. Well, it could be really good or it could be really bad.
I thank you for adding that analysis, Azo. I'm serious.
That's all I've seen on it. I've seen people comment on the video you put out, and that's what they could be really good.
Never, if you watch a show where someone says to you as analysis, it could work out or it might not, you have to change the channel or go to a different video online. Like never sit there as a sports consumer. I'm serious. Never sit there as a sports consumer and have someone who's asked for an opinion give you 3 opinions because they're too much of a coward to give you the one. You're better than that. As a consumer, you're better than that. The analyst isn't, but you are. Never settle for that. Best tip I can give you today. But Auston Matthews is getting ready for the season. Leafs training camp is not that far away. Remember, another 2 games have been added to the NHL's regular season starting this year. 84 games instead of 82. The preseason's a joke. For 2 nights, they have 2 games in separate cities. It's going to be the weirdest preseason you've ever seen or not seen. But for all of the talk we've had about the Leafs and John Chaika and Jim Hiller and Darren Radish and is Matthew Nye going to stick around, and like all of the talk, all of the hype, and all of a sudden now, because they have a number one pick, Azo's telling me he's seeing things like the Leafs prospect rankings have shot through the roof.
They're in the top 10 now.
Of course they are. Gavin McKenna's going to be fun to watch, probably on the second line with Tavares. We'll see how that progresses. Lots of things to talk about, right? Andy O'Brien, the Leafs have a new head of health. Going to change everything. The Matthews talk kind of stopped, right? Like it kind of went away. He's important. He stays a 30-goal guy. You're not doing anything at his price tag, $13.25 million on the cap. You're not doing anything. You can bring in 30 Jack Roslovics. Won't matter. And one of the biggest questions, especially as we get to camp and hear Auston talk and kind of get ready, is, what Auston Matthews are we going to see here? And is the last 2 years Berube's fault? Was Matthews really that hurt, or is Berube just kind of a coach who got the hot goalie and Alex Pietrangelo once in the playoffs and rode it to a cup? What happened there, right? We're going to find out. With Auston, we're going to find out. 30-goal season again? Not going to do it. You're not progressing. But health is something that we're all looking at, and not just the MCL injury that happened courtesy of Radko Gudas, the grade 3 tear back in the day, earlier this calendar year, but everything. Like, let's not forget, it was just a couple seasons ago he ran off to Germany. We still don't know what that was. He gets on a plane and says, Guten Tag, and he lands, and is that hello in German?
I was going to ask,
Guten
what does
Tag?
that mean?
I think that's hello. I don't know.
Hey, what's going on?
No.
Is that what it means?
Or he gets off the plane and says, Borussia Dortmund. I just know soccer stuff. I don't know anything else. And Tor. Goal in German is Tor. T-O-R. Tor.
Finally taught me something.
There you go. But like still there's this fog of war around Auston Matthews' ongoing injury discussion. So we're sitting here after the show yesterday, and Philip Chi in the chat. Guten Tag equals hello or good day. There you go. Thank you, Philip.
Nailed it.
Guten Tag to you, Philip. Hey, Azo. No Guten Tag to you. But Guten Tag to everyone. So we're sitting there yesterday, and there's a time, just to let everyone know kind of how it happens around here. There's a moment after every show for about 10 minutes where Azo is online, and this is all I hear from Azo's desk. I kid you not. With no context, this is all I hear. Azo in 3, 2, 1. What? Come on. What? This isn't real. What? Come on. Azo acts like everything is the biggest story in the world and gives you no context as he's reading it. So finally I said to him, what is it?
Maybe I don't want to talk to you. We just talked for 2 hours.
But you can't give me that reaction.
You don't have to listen to me.
But don't act like it's like the biggest news story in the world on everything, because then I won't care. It's highly interesting the way he operates like that. But I talk to myself too. Like I'm a big talker to myself. I don't mind it. But in this room, he's not by himself. He's with me.
So I always have Sid saying,
Michael, what is this?
except he says Azo.
Yeah, talking to the mic.
Except he says Azo.
Hey, Azo, what is this? Is what I said after that. And then Azo said to me yesterday, he goes, there's a chiropractor in Arizona who just tweeted out a photo on Instagram or posted a photo on Instagram of him and Auston Matthews. I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah. So he tells me it's a sports chiropractor in Arizona named Sean Robeck. And for the listening audience, we're showing the post now with the photo. I'm going to read the post. And Auston Matthews is like very smiley in this photo. So he's taking this extremely willingly. The post reads as follows. One of the best parts of surviving the 115-degree Scottsdale heat is getting to work with this guy during the summer. Auston always brings a smile, works hard, and is an absolute pleasure to have in the office. Wishing you an incredible 2026-27 season, Auston. Hey, Auston, what is this?
Michael, what is this?
So Azzo, after me asking 9 times what he was reading, walks me through this post. And I'm like, okay, a chiropractor. Auston Matthews. Auston Matthews' goal production is down. He's with the chiropractor. Okay. And we were, full disclosure, we were going to talk about this today. So I'm driving in and I'm listening to First Up on TSN Radio. And I believe it was Aaron Karolnik in with Mike DiStefano today, who you might know as Al's brother. I'll call him by his name for the sake of this. And Koliakovo was off, but Koliakovo knows this doctor. Like, Carl Koliakovo is one of the more dialed-in folks in the city.
I was going to say, yeah, hell yeah.
And he knows this guy. Or he knows people who know this guy, Dr. Sean Robeck. And I thought he was joking when Aaron Karolnik first said this on air. But Karolnik said, coming up at 9 a.m. Eastern, we're going to talk via phone with Dr. Sean Robeck, Auston Matthews chiropractor. And I went, he's not serious. No doctor would agree to that interview. Like, that's not, you imagine an MLSE doctor doing interviews? Yeah. Now, he's not technically an MLSE doctor, but you know what I'm trying to say here.
No.
No way in hell in the city of Toronto would an MLSE or Blue Jays doctor, imagine George Poulis back in the day doing interviews left and right with the Jays, him walking out with Gibby. What doctor does interviews in the city about of all teams, the Leafs? And I'm like, sorry, what did Karolnik just say? And then after a few moments, I realized he wasn't messing around. Karolnik was serious. DiStefano and Karolnik were going to speak to Sean Robeck, this chiropractor in Arizona. So I heard this. I was listening to pods. So sure enough, I go on my phone and I'm like, Dr. Sean Robeck interview, 12 minutes, already posted. I'm like, perfect. So I'm like, again, I can't stress this enough. I was stunned. Anyone medically associated with any Leaf, let alone Captain Auston Matthews, who has been insanely secretive about his medical situation, would agree to a TSN radio interview. Stunned. Great get for Koliakovo, and DiStefano Karolnik did a pretty nice job with it today. You're going to hear it in a second. I was floored that he said yes to it. And then all I'm thinking is he going to slip? Because it's a bit of an ego play here too, right? Like, is he going to slip? I don't know if this guy gets asked to do a ton of interviews. Is Dr. Sean Robeck, Auston Matthews chiropractor in Scottsdale, Arizona, going to slip doing a Toronto radio hockey interview? I don't think he's experienced in this. I don't think he realizes how important secrecy is in this market when it comes to that team. So I race at a red light. I wasn't moving. Race to turn on that interview. So I did. Do you want to hear some of it? I think you do. Now, generally he was safe, Dr. Robeck, in terms of the information he gave up publicly in this TSN radio interview about anything medically going on with Auston Matthews. And he does say in this interview, for the most part, he was helping out with the recovery of the knee injury, the MCL tear. Because as he says in this interview, and it's a great point, that affects everything else you're doing. But again, this is a guy who specializes in back and neck injuries. There's a moment here where he slips. See if you can pick up on it.
That's through the relationship with you and Auston and how long you guys have been working together.
Yeah, I met Auston about 4 years ago, and kind of a interesting turn of events. I met Clayton Keller, and then as a result of my relationship with Clayton, I got to know Auston and Judd, and so it spiraled from there about 4 years ago, and just kind of working on a series of nothing huge, but biomechanical issues to make sure Auston can perform at his best.
So they've known each other for 4 years. Important.
Yep.
Continue.
His story kind of said, and working another summer with this guy or something like that, right?
So what can you tell us about how, Austin's summer is going and how that rehab is going? Is he feeling good for the season or what?
My job with Auston is to be his manual therapist. I specialize in certain areas of the body, specifically low back and neck. And so with Auston, low back was not the concern this year. Obviously, we were taking care of his...
Okay.
Wait, what?
Okay. Can we rewind that, please?
Oh, yeah, I think we have
Can we rewind that, please? I love when hockey news lands in your lap on August the 13th. Let's listen to that one more time.
Is to be his manual therapist. I specialize in certain areas of the body, specifically low back and neck. And so with Auston, low back was not the concern this year.
Oops. That's why you don't let doctors talk on the radio. Lower back was not the focus this year. Well, that's out of the bag. And it makes sense. How does a 69 goal scorer go to 30? Why does a 69 goal scorer run to Germany to see if there's anything else they can do? Why has he not looked right? Why have there been weeks where he's just he's skating in the morning, but really he's not playing that night? Adds up, doesn't it, Azza?
A little bit.
It adds up.
A little bit.
I did not think this would be the point in the year where we get some eventual clarity as to what's been going on with this young man. Now, listen, I thankfully have not dealt with this as much. I know people who have. Heaven help anyone who has severe lower back issues. I hear you. Heaven help anyone getting hit in the corner by an NHL defenseman with a lower back issue. To Auston's credit, no excuses on this. He's never made one. And he's quite frankly aggressively pushed back at this question to the point of arrogance whenever it's brought up in a scrum. I'm fine. You really don't deserve to know anything. I'll give him credit for that. Because I think athletes use injuries a lot. And that annoys me too. But the secrecy of the captain of the Leafs has also annoyed me because there are nights that families are spending money to go and you're not there. Like I've used this example a bit, like for let's say a Mervish play in Toronto. Okay, if you have a big star there and you're selling tickets and they're not there that night, they put out a press release. There has to be an explanation as to why the person you are paying to see is not there. For Auston, that has not, professional sports in general, but that hasn't been the case with Leaf fans. Like there are times Austin's been there and he hasn't, and there's no explanation. A little banged up, dealing with something. That's all you got.
Or they tell you went to see a doctor in Germany, but we're not telling you why.
Well, now we know.
Yeah.
Can't tell us we don't know anymore. Shout out Dr. Robeck, who did a radio interview. What was he thinking?
Oh.
What was he thinking? Hell of a job from Koliakovo and the TSN radio crew on that. Hell of a job. And I don't think they were necessarily trying to set them up. But quite frankly, if I'm in that chair, if I'm Aaron Karolnik or Mike DiStefano, you have a job to do in that moment, and they gently got it.
Yeah.
Nice job, boys. While you do 4 hours of radio every morning. Not easy. Okay, I think this is significant, Azza. What's your take on hearing that?
Okay. So
that's significant. Now we know what's going on. And quite frankly, most of the league knows as well, on top of that.
That's the other problem, right? Like now the whole league knows, which is why the Leafs and the NHL in general usually try and hide what it is actually is that's hindering a guy because they don't want it to become a target. Now, chiropractors, I know the more you see them, the more you have to continue seeing them because they try and keep things in line.
Yeah,
because I have to see one first. Like it's not something you can just do for a while and then it makes you better. And
no, it's a whole thing.
And that's what it sounded like. It sounded like this is a continuing issue. And again, he posted that photo. I thought it was maybe drum up some business, but he also likes the clout, which maybe is why he did the radio interview.
I mean, yeah, we can confirm your boy Dr. Sean Robeck likes the clout.
Right.
I guarantee you, no one on MLSE, everyone's at the cottage, man.
Yeah.
No one knew that was happening today.
No kidding.
No one knew. I would argue no one in Matthews' camp knew.
Agreed.
No one.
Matthews might not have. He didn't even know.
This is the slip through the cracks portion of the calendar, man.
So where are you on it?
DVAR in the chat. We already knew. Welcome to the world, Sid. No, we didn't, though.
Okay, we knew what?
What do you mean knew? Knew what?
Well, what's he saying? We knew he's injured or what?
Like what you think you knew and what was actually out there are not the same thing. Like, let's be very clear on that.
Yes.
Very clear. Once again, there are like anything negative with the Leafs. There are Leaf fans and immediately, I've seen this a million times. You're not scaring anyone. I immediately leap to, you guys don't know what you're talking about, old news. You're wrong on this one.
But he's kind of been shrouded in
this one
his entire career. He came into the league having played when he was overseas, hurting his lower back. Then it was his wrist, right? Neck.
Well, the rumor was the wrist. Right. Well, no, actually, the wrist we knew. He did injure the wrist. The wrist was confirmed.
Like there have been 4 or 5 significant injuries over his career.
Sized oyster in the chat. So was it a neck injury too? Well, that's the other thing. Good point. Dr. Sean Robeck, as he tells you in this interview, specializes in back and neck injuries.
Right.
You know what's equally not as fun as a lower back injury? A neck injury.
Well, that was the first thing I thought of too. Because remember that picture you pulled out when Sportsnet went into the locker room in between periods and he had that K-tape on his neck?
Yeah.
Like that was for his neck.
That was one of our first shows, I think.
Yeah. So that's where my mind already went. Like maybe he's still dealing with that. And it might be a reason why there's been a little something off his shot.
Maybe.
Because from your neck and your shot, like that's got to be all connected.
I guess my main feeling sitting here, considering the point you just made and what we heard from the chiropractor in Arizona on TSN radio this morning, it adds up when you look at his stats.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just Berube had him taking defensive zone faceoffs. That was part of the problem. I'm not saying it wasn't.
No, 100%.
But I think there was some clarity here. And quite frankly, it's some clarity Leaf fans have deserved for a while. And maybe people will give him some more grace. Like, I think people are looking at this the wrong way. I do believe Auston Matthews wants to stay in Toronto. Like, I think if injuries are an issue to this point, I think the cap number is going to be quite the interesting conversation. But I think Leaf fans are ready to show this guy some grace if he's been playing this banged up. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But, like, there are moments where it's no longer, like, leaning on it as an excuse.
Yeah.
And I think some fans will appreciate you've been trying to play through this.
100%.
Like, Mario Lemieux, with his, I mean, he had numerous issues. I mean, he battled cancer, for God's sakes. But, like, the back issues on Lemieux forever.
Right.
What numbers could he have put up? Honestly.
He had to take a break. Yeah. Like,
it's debilitating at the highest level. I'm just like, you might get grace with the fan base with that. Now, again, if you're paranoid about what every other team knows, well, that's nothing you can do about that now.
Oh, yeah. When you're playing a team like the Panthers who are going to target it, for sure.
I am just, it adds up. B, what the hell is this doctor doing radio interviews
Well, that was
for?
his call. Again, it was for clout, obviously.
Oh, my God.
One leads to the other. You post the picture, you assume and hope. I think he was hoping a request would come through for him. And like, dude, that's 2 days. They posted that 36 hours ago? Maybe not even.
Forgive me. I thought that post from the doctor on Instagram was yesterday. That
I think it was
yesterday?
the night before.
Oh, it was the night before.
And it just started circulating yesterday when other people caught wind of it. I didn't even catch it. Like, I think I caught it on, people posting, and then it's usually the next day it goes kind of viral. People pick up on it.
For sure.
I think that's what happened. But it's not even just the stats, Sid. Like, if you watch him, his shot isn't as invincible as it was before. Like, people couldn't stop this guy's shot a few years ago.
69 goals, man.
Like, he shot it was going in. He had one of the most potent shots in the league by far.
It's not something.
And when have we seen that in the last 2 seasons?
Like, when you're at his level, when you were at the level that Matthews was at, like, around that season, if you regress, okay.
Right.
You go from like 69 to 45, 46. Like, it's still, like, I'm looking at the numbers now. Like, he has the 69 goal. He went from 69 goals to 33 and 27 with Berube. Now, again, the Berube factor is significant.
Yep.
You have to add that to the equation. You have to put that ingredient in the recipe of trying to figure out what happened here.
Of course.
But that's a hell of a drop-off, man. And if it's not just the coaching, remember, he was still out on the power play all the time. Right?
No.
Berube's like, it's, like, I know he didn't put him in the best spots all the time, but most of the time, he still was. He still was on the power play. He's still 34. He's still one of the best goal scorers of his generation.
Should be. But have you seen that the last 2 years?
And how do you explain that off starts to make sense to me after today. A little bit. But the fear around stuff like this getting out, I do think, I don't know, I think it can help a kid's PR a little bit. Especially if you're in any way a Leaf fan worried about whether or not Austin's going to walk in less than 2 years. I don't know. The guy clearly is fighting through something. He does want to play. He does want to be the captain of this team. He does want to perform. Like, just because he doesn't show you it all the time in the post-game stuff, I'd prefer him to, like, shove a guy once in a while in the scrum. That's just me personally, but he's not that type of personality.
Or could it do more damage if he does?
Well, maybe that's it.
Right?
That's a valid point, honestly.
Like, maybe he knows if he goes and hits someone hard, he's going to be feeling it for a while.
There's a lot of people in the chat saying Matthews went to Germany and Bayern Munich told him he couldn't play for a while.
Is that one of Bayern Munich, doctor? Is that their
chiropractor? Draisaitl went to the Bayern Munich crew, it sounded like.
No, I'm saying, yeah.
Is Auston Matthews coming back with, who's that damn trainer who's with Fonzie the entire World Cup? Look him up. Who was the stupid trainer with Alfonso?
Former decathlete, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a decathlete. Alfonso Davies during the World Cup. I'm typing that in, and AI is about to tell me. Matthias Blankenberg. That guy. Remember Matthias? I saw Matthias Blankenberg more than Fonzie on the field.
Does he have an office with Sean, maybe? Maybe they both work for Bayern?
Oh, maybe.
Right?
Maybe.
No, but Sid, you see it on the ice. Like, read all those stats you want. He was on the ice for those opportunities you're talking about. His shot just doesn't look the same.
And why is that?
Like, that's what disappeared. Fine, he's playing two ways. He's trying to play more defensive. But, like, the shot just doesn't look the same.
Now, I think we should also play the rest of this out from Dr. Sean Robeck in his interview on TSN Radio's First Up today. Because he also goes on to say, like, I don't want to completely bury the guy as much as I think he slipped up. He's also saying how reinvigorated Austin is and how he expects a big year. So I know Leaf fans want to hear nothing but positive. So let's at least give you the back end. Let's play it out for people. Go on.
How, Austin's summer is going and how that rehab is going. Is he feeling good for the season or what?
My job with Austin is to be his manual therapist. I specialize in certain areas of the body, specifically low back and neck. And so with Austin, low back was not the concern this year. Obviously, we were taking care of his knee. And so I was part of the team in addressing the soft tissue structures associated with that injury, but also through the rest of the chain, because as you know, the knee's going to get hurt. Other regions of the body are going to take some abuse as well. So it's my job to clean up those tissues, make sure the joints are moving well, and teach them some intentional corrective exercise so we can make sure the joints are functioning optimally.
You said you've been working with Auston for the last 4 years. How different would the work you've been doing this offseason, of course, the knee notwithstanding, be for this past summer versus maybe years gone by? Like, is it a lot more extensive this summer or maybe in years past?
I think this year has been more extensive, but also fun at the same point, if I can use that word fun, because the team around him, just a number of specialists that are all on the same page and trying to make sure that Auston gets to 100% and can perform at his best. And these are legendary people in the industry, and there's no stone left unturned to make sure that there's greatness in the 26-27 season. And so in working with him and being a part of this team, it's been quite a unique process. And, you know, it's fun to see Auston come in with energy and a smile and optimism. He's ready to go, and he's very energetic, and it's going to be a fun season to watch.
Wow.
Steeler in the chat. Sounds like a German accent to me, guys.
That's actually a very good post. I like that. I like that a lot.
Guten Tag.
Oh man, I have so much on this.
Go ahead.
You're right.
We got time. Go ahead.
No, it is kind of BS because if Austin's going to him and talking like in a doctor-patient kind of privilege, him doing this interview, like you're kind of conveying stuff. Maybe Austin thought he was telling you in confidence. Like, yeah, he is excited. Berube's gone, new system, new guys in. Like, okay, he's more excited. Like, did Austin want him to share this with everybody?
There is no way someone gave him the green light to do this. He just kind of did it. And on top of that, like, again, I can't stress enough. That is a pretty good get for Aaron Karolnik and Mike DiStefano today via Carlo Koliakovo.
It's
That's
crazy.
a really nice get. They did a pretty good job with that.
You would ask that maybe 100 times, probably you get 95 no's. Like you ask it because eventually somebody says yes and you get that kind of stuff. It's great. From being on the other end of it.
All I kept thinking, Azzo, is he going to slip?
No, but even just
and he did.
Yeah, no.
He didn't do it a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but like the lower back wasn't the focus this year. Okay. Write that down. What year was it? Was it 2025?
Yeah.
Was it 2024? Was
And
the
again,
back was a focus?
I also don't like the manual therapist type stuff because, like, did he talk? Like, does he ever see him throughout the year? Because, again, a chiropractor is so specific in the way they work and the way they straight. Like, you have to continue that process. I've been there. I've gone to them. And, like, once you stop, it kind of just reverts back. Like, you have to keep the alignments in check.
Jordo in the chat. Maybe Austin wanted it. The help, like the actual treatment. Yeah, I'm sure he wanted it.
No,
I don't think he wanted his chiropractor doing an interview on TSN radio. It's insane.
Like, what did you take of that second answer? Like, he did think the Berube system sucked for him. Like, he's more excited. Of course he's excited. They're going to be playing more offense.
Of course he is, yeah. Like, if I'm a Leaf fan, yeah, take that from it. If you're, like, the uber-positive Leaf fan, take that from it, for sure.
100%.
I just think, like, he's been so secretive on this.
Everything.
I'm on my heels a bit.
But to your point,
hearing that, because now everything's changed in my mind in terms of how you think through the Auston Matthews situation. Because on top of it, look, the Leafs have a decision to make here too. You think Auston Matthews is going to take a pay cut?
Yeah.
You think he's going to take a pay cut? That overrated kid Leo Carlson's making $18 million out in Anaheim.
Yep.
Does Leo Carlson have a Hart Trophy? Has Leo Carlson won a goal scoring title? I don't know. Actually, I do know he hasn't.
I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy. Even his trade value could have been affected by this if something happened.
No, but this is like...
I'm just saying.
No, but like this all matters.
Yeah, it does.
Guys, he had like... Now, Austin missed a ton of games towards the end of last season. He finished with 27 goals.
Well, that's why he's eager to go, of course. Yeah. He was mad he couldn't figure out the finish. To your point, he plays all the time. He never complains or uses this as an excuse.
Does he play all the time? Last two seasons, he didn't hit 70 games.
Yeah.
He didn't hit 70 games the last 2 seasons.
Which maybe
when he scored 69 games, just for reference, 81 games he played.
So, and those were the 2 years under Berube.
And by the way,
right? Like Berube's system didn't work for him in any regard.
No,
it hurt him offensively.
It
hurt his availability. Like it hurt him in every way.
But I think we're now in the world where there are multiple factors at play.
Yep.
Because no one really had a handle on how severe the injury situation was. And it's not like Dr. Sean Robeck told us exactly what was going on, but like he is going to him in the offseason for lower back stuff in previous years. That was basically confirmed. By the way, how many seasons in Austin's career has he played 80 games in the National Hockey League?
That's a great question.
I'm looking at it. He's played 10 years. How many seasons has he played 80?
More, let's just go over and under half of more. 7? No, can't be. Has he even played half?
2.
Get out of here.
2. His rookie year, he played every game. And the year he scored 69. He has not played 80 games in any other season.
Has he gone close like a bunch? Or how, like what?
Not really. Like
No?
the highest of those other years was 74 games in the 22-23 season. Now, obviously, there's a pandemic year in that.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
But like, let me double check what I'm looking at because people in the chat are like, "Wow, seriously?" I'm like, 82 games, 2016-17, the magic 2016-17 season, 82 games, then 62, 68, 70, COVID, 73, 74, 81 when he scored 69 goals, and the last 2 Berube years, 67, 60, and part of the 60 is Radko Gudas. So I'll give him even some grace last year. Let's say he was on pace for 80.
And again, if I'm not mistaken, he even came into the league with some injury concerns.
No, you're right. No, you mentioned that already.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
He did.
You're right.
We've known this has been a bit of, but it always seems to be something different too.
But even with some of the injury concerns, like his resume is Hall of Fame.
Oh, dude.
His
without a
resume is
doubt.
Hall of Fame. Do you know Tony Marinaro sent me a stat this morning? Shout out, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Tony's serious because there's no other text on it. It's just like a slate. It's just a stat. Goals through first 689 career games. Alexander Ovechkin, 428. Auston Matthews, 428.
And we knew he
That's
was on that page.
crazy.
I believe NHL.
That's crazy, man.
I think that stat was floating around because I believe NHL Network even just did a segment on if he could catch Ovechkin.
Yep.
But the last 2 seasons tell you not. Like he was on a pace way higher than Ovechkin before the last 2 years.
It's true. It's
like,
true.
He was beyond Ovechkin. Like, sure, read that stat now, but like he was flying for years.
Geek in the chat. Up until last year, Matthews was still on pace to score the most goals ever.
Exactly.
I'd say that's not bad. I would agree with that.
But again,
I would agree with that.
But his shot was so potent, and we haven't seen that in a couple seasons now. That's what
But
scares me.
but if he becomes a 30-goal scorer now, that's all out the window. This whole dynamic changes, and if it's a lower back / neck thing, good luck getting over that.
Wow.
Good luck getting over that.
You know how much stuff your neck affects? Like, man. Like
Your
I said,
neck.
huh?
The neck is the groin of the upper body. Is that the phrase?
I've heard that before.
No, sorry. Dwight Schrute said the eyes are the groin of the head. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it's like
the eyes are the groin of the head.
Yeah, I was trying to sing the song.
The neck is the groin of the upper body. You could make the argument.
Oh man. And that can't be comfortable to play with at all, especially when you're getting hit.
Some perspective on the stat about playing 80 games in a season. Drew Meg in the chat. Over the last 10 years, guys, McDavid played a full 82 games 4 times.
Oh, okay. That's good perspective.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying like every star is playing 80 games. I'm just saying.
But if he does, you get a hell of a season.
If this is a situation where in multiple off seasons now he's heading down to Scottsdale to get his lower back worked on, it makes sense.
Or other things.
Or your neck, his back. I think for an August 13th news item with the Leafs, all due respect to Patrick O'Sullivan and his promotion, this is pretty significant.
Because this isn't
this
really
is
Leafs
really
news.
significant.
To your point, like the Leafs trying to hint, like it's not just Austin they hide the injuries from; it's most of them.
Yeah,
right.
Very true. Except for Max Domi, they were oddly transparent about the surgery that went poorly with Max, and it was good to see Max at his golf tournament a couple of weeks ago. But like the Leafs, I don't know where the Leafs now stand on transparency with injuries. We're going to find out. What happened with Max Domi, I thought, was telling in that you would have heard nothing years ago from this administration on that. Nothing.
Yeah. We'll
Zero.
See where it gets. To me, it depends where he's at for the start of the season. I think it was like maybe warming you up. And if people saw him, like I said, I know some people saw him walk on stage at a concert recently after they released that, and you could tell he was struggling. So,
bigger in the chat, dude. What is this Matthews garbage when the Jays are finally on a good stretch? Valid.
We'll get there.
Valid. But let's tie a bow on this. Again, to me, there's 2 stories, and one is bigger than the other. One story, obviously. We now know, like, it's obvious the neck and lower back are big-time issues with the most important player, arguably, in Leafs history since 92, 93. Fair to say?
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say.
Without a doubt.
The bigger story is, boy, did Austin's chiropractor screw up. I can't believe he did that interview.
Time out.
I can't believe he said yes to that.
Did he screw up or did he make it about himself?
However you want to define it. Making it about himself is kind of screwing up when you're the captain's doctor, man.
Yeah. We'll see if that happens for a 5th summer next year.
Oh, I think that's the last we've heard of Sean Robeck on Toronto Airwaves.
I hope that post got him some more business.
Do we reach out and go, hey, Sean?
Yeah, that's what people in the chat are telling us to do.
Well, he's working with Draisaitl too now, apparently.
Oh, really?
And McDavid. He's working with. He said that in the interview too.
Man. I hope Clayton Keller.
It was like he unzipped the pants and he just put it out there on the table. Oh yeah, it was one of those interviews. But he did it in like a nice, very pleasant way. But it was there was a Ric Flair strut in it the whole time.
Clayton Keller better get some commission off.
Oh, I hope so.
Right? A couple of good comments. Kaylin Vickers in the chat. Hey, report. Scottsdale, Arizona Medical Center has a new chiropractor and new social media openings. Apply with the PR staff might need some new changes.
HVR Delta. I'm assuming this is after we said that Draisaitl and McDavid are working with Dr. Sean Robeck. He just writes, not anymore.
It's true. I see that.
Jeff in the chat. Auston Matthews has Dr. Nick from The Simpsons.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Mr. McRae, with a leg for an arm and an arm for a leg.
Elevator Farts might have the best best question in terms of this. Who cares about the chiropractor? Who's Auston Matthews' witch doctor? He wants to hear the sound.
The witch doctor. The witch doctor. The chiropractor. Scottsdale. Scottsdale.
Are you combining the Kawhi video with the song? That's hilarious.
Dr. Sean Robeck, Kai Tech Arena,
Scottsdale, Arizona.
Third vertebrae, Kai Tech Arena.
Made a post. We should just do.
I'm going to give you, I think, As and I may have stumbled upon the fact we have more than 8 drops. So I'm going to send him a bunch more drops. Kawhi talking about Kai Tech Arena is 100% going to be a drop on this show. All right. I just wanted to play that for you. I thought that was wild. And Korolnik and DeStefano did a pretty good job with that.
Yeah.
They didn't even push like that hard, to be fair. Like, it's like, so what's going on with Austin? The back thing was last year.
Yeah, this year it's not that. I do focus
what
on
are you
Negaman.
doing, man?
But
What
he did
are
say
you-
the knees, so could it have been the knees? Because the knee.
No,
is
but
the-
again, let's rephrase.
Yes.
Let's frame exactly what he said. He said this year, because of the torn meniscus, he was working with Austin about how the rest of his body will respond to that, because your body will adjust and sometimes in negative ways.
your
right?
sciatic nerve
Yes.
gets affected, and that runs
All kinds
the
of things.
entire way.
All kinds of things get affected. So that's what the chiropractor was talking about today. And obviously, who the hell am I to call a chiropractor out? I believe that's exactly what's going on.
We just proved it. We're basically doctors. What are you talking about?
Oh, the witch doctor. Oh, the chiropractor. Oh.
That sound both freaks me out and makes me laugh so hard. I don't know which one.
Are we allowed to play 4 seconds of a song on a drop?
That's a great question. I don't think so.
Sammy Anello in
No,
Montreal?
why? Then you want to make the noise. I need you to keep making that noise.
No, but like
Oh, my God.
I think if you play something for short enough, we can get away with it.
Okay.
We'll figure this out.
All right.
Because if there's any music drop that we need on the show, it's the witch doctor. For any doctor related stories like this.
Yeah, you go find out what you can do with the short things. Cool. What? Let's go to the Jays. Come on.
Who are you, Dr. Sean Robeck? Sorry, we went an hour on this?
Oh my God.
It's 1 o'clock?
Your fault, dude.
It's your fault, man. It's your fault, stupid asshole.
People are saying Austin looked really slim in that picture, and like,
Can
we're
you
worried
show
about
it?
his
Can you
arms.
show it again?
Yeah, I should have zoomed in, but I wanted to get the words and the date.
I don't know. Austin looks like Austin. He lately had
Yeah,
a
I
workout,
know.
and we had his vertebrae.
People were saying your
work.
arms look bigger than his.
Who? My arms?
Yeah.
Listen, I look great. It's not important. Austin looks like Austin. I'm not noticing anything. It's not like the
Yeah.
weird Kawhi shoes are being worn with the.
And
with,
he has a smile on his face.
that's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest thing. Again, I think there's a lot of positive take. He seems really excited and wanting to.
By the way, can we cross-reference? Can you put the picture back
sorry.
up? Can we cross-reference the video Austin sent on Gavin McKenna's draft night? Because I think he's
With
wearing
that
the same.
white wall?
Is he wearing the same thing? And is this the
Maybe.
location? Did Austin just cut the video at Dr. Sean Robeck's office?
Maybe.
Because that's a hell of a move.
That would be.
Gavin, welcome to the Leafs. I just got my back worked on, and I decided to drop this video to you. Welcome to Toronto.
At least he remembered his name.
Mr. McKenna, never forget Justin Bieber forgot his damn name during the announcement of the first overall pick, a historic moment
Think
in
about
video and audio. Forgot the name.
I was thinking about this. If McKenna becomes great, we're going to keep having to see that clip multiple times.
Embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
You know how many times you're going to see Mr. or hear Mr. McKenna?
Someone with AI should just fix it and have him say his damn name.
Yeah, agree.
That's where I'll take AI.
Voiceover.
Just use AI. Dear AI, can you have Justin Bieber say Gavin McKenna when announcing the first overall pick instead of something idiot like Mr. McKenna? I'll take that. And if someone wants to send it into the show, we'll name check you and we'll play the audio. Because that audio doesn't exist. Gavin McKenna has traveled more distance than any first overall pick in the history of hockey
It's
to get
true.
to that point.
No, it is. It's true.
Literally has no one's traveled more.
But that's his moment. Not to have his full name. His whole family's McKenna. Say Gavin, because that's him. That's his name. It is ridiculous. And again, when he after he's spent a few years in this league and he's good and everybody wants to put a compilation together, that's how it's going to start of how he came into the league. It is embarrassing. Some people are saying.
I'm with you.
Yeah, no, it's stupid.
Tiampa in the chat. Guys, I thought they were doing hour shows in August. Actually, Azzo, let's do one thing before.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say because some people in the chat are
No,
calling for it.
hold on. Let me name check who did this. Hold on, let me find
There's
it.
been a few.
Hold on. Let me
Jeff,
find
it's
it.
Jeff. It's a great guy. Great name.
What time? I'm missing this. What is it?
101.
101? Sorry. There's been a lot.
There's been a few.
The chat's been on fire tonight.
throw
My
it up
apologies. There we go. Jeff in the chat. Hey, Azzo.
Yeah?
Great time of year. Guten Tag. Puck drops tip-offs first pitches. When the game is on, you call the shots. Head to betway.ca and bet your way. Must be 19 plus. Play responsibly. Hey, Azzo.
Yes, it.
This T-shirt is like mad comfortable.
It looks comfortable and it looks dressy. Like people are saying he's wearing a t-shirt. Like, wow, it looks dressy.
And
I like it.
It hugs my breasts.
Oh, shows off your arms like Austin.
Just like Auston Matthews, but different.
That's it.
Clothing for today's show provided by Ed's Fine Imports, Markham, Ontario's #1 clothing store for the last 20 years. Formal, casual, they've got you covered. Brands like Psycho Bunny, Blue Industry, Page Jeans, Nobis, Gitch, Bugatti, Paul Batenley, 7 Downey Street, Tommy Bahama, and so much more. Ed's Fine Imports, just north of McCowan in the 407. Go in person or go to edsfineimports.com online. Tell them Sid sent you and get 15% off your first purchase. Tell them Mazzo sent you. They'll send you to a chiropractor in Scottsdale, Arizona.
So Sid, how's your neck and back? Your neck, your back.
Never. And I know I did the same thing earlier, but it's way worse when you do it.
That is weird when you're a
It's
doctor.
way
And
worse.
you're like, what do you work on? Neck, back.
Neck. Like, how many people giggle whenever Dr. Sean Robeck says, I'm a back and neck specialist.
Yeah.
Someone in the office like,
That's it. That's the one song they think of.
okay, Azzo, I'm going to take a stroll here, Azzo,
Yeah,
if you don't mind.
Okay. I had a meeting with myself and you can.
Thank you. The quick board meetings on this show are my favorite part. I've mentioned this time and again, and I am standing 10 toes down on this take. The greatest movie of all time is The Shawshank Redemption. Did you know this was a Stephen King novel? I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I don't think
Stephen King novel. It was purchased, and the screenplay was kind of messed with a little bit. And it was released in 1994. Believe it or not, it actually made its premiere at TIFF in 94, Toronto International Film Festival. And it stars Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins. Tim Robbins plays Andy Dufresne, a banker who is falsely imprisoned for the murder of his wife and lover. And Morgan Freeman plays Red, a completely institutionalized Man who's been in prison more time than he can remember. And the movie was based in Portland, Maine in 1947. And the themes of this movie are it's about humanity and institutionalizing and corruption and friendship and a ton of things. Persistence. Anyone who sees this will never forget it. For the 5 of you who've not seen The Shawshank Redemption, watch it. It's August. It'll probably be on AMC tonight. Watch it. Oddly enough, in 95, it got 5 Academy Award nominations, did not win any. It was up for Best Picture, didn't win. Morgan Freeman was up for Best Actor, didn't win. Tim Robbins didn't get Best Actor or Supporting Actor nom, which is still one of the stunners of all time. But the other theme in this and maybe it's the strongest of the lot in The Shawshank Redemption, released in 1994, it revolves around hope. And there are arguments for it and arguments against it. What are the arguments against it, you may ask? Well, Andy Dufresne, the character in this movie, played by Tim Robbins, got into some trouble from time to time and was put in solitary confinement. And there was one stunt he pulled where he managed to grab control of the overhead speaker system at Shawshank Prison, and he played an opera record, and he locked the door. It was quite the scene. Officials at Shawshank didn't appreciate that and put him in solitary for 2 weeks. Andy Dufresne, Tim Robbins' character, comes out of solitary and meets up with the guys, including Morgan Freeman, for lunch in the cafeteria. And he sits down and says, "That was the easiest time I ever did." And they were like, "Why?" And Tim Robbins says, "Because I had Mr. Mozart in my head. They can't take music away from you. It's in your head, it's in your soul. They cannot take music away from you." And that line leads to the following scene that we're going to play for you between Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins, one of 90 in this movie that should have constituted both of them getting Academy Awards. I still can't believe that movie that year in 95, The Shawshank Redemption, did not win an Academy Award. I digress. So again, Tim Robbins' character sits down and says, I had music in my head. They couldn't take that away from me. Easiest 2 weeks in solitary I've ever had. And then he looks around and wonders, do you guys feel that way about music? And it led to this conversation.
It's the beauty of music. They can't get that from you. Haven't you ever felt that way about music?
Well, I played a mean harmonica as a younger man. Lost interest in it, though. Didn't make much sense in here.
Here's where it makes the most sense. You need it so you don't forget.
Forget?
Yeah, forget that there are places in the world that aren't made out of stone, that there's something inside that they can't get to, that they can't touch. It's yours.
What are you talking about?
Hope.
Hope. Let me tell you something, my friend. Hope is a dangerous thing. Hope can drive a man insane. It's got no use on the inside. You better get used to that idea.
Hope could drive a man insane. Quite the conversation. Here you have a guy who's like, music gives me hope. Got me through solitary. And Morgan Freeman's like, that'll kill you here. Don't do it. Not in prison. Nope. By the way, for the record, Tom Hanks won that year for Forrest Gump. Pretty good performance from Tom Hanks, too. Tough Academy Awards year in 95. I'll say that.
There were a couple of years there where there was just great movie after great movie.
A lot going on that year. But that's the argument against hope. It'll drive you nuts if you hang on to it long enough. So said Red, Morgan Freeman's character. So then the movie progresses, and like I know spoiler alerts on a movie from 94 seem weird, But Tim Robbins' character, Andy Dufresne's escape from the prison is so spectacular. I don't want to talk about it. You should really see it. I know most of you have. And as he escapes, he leaves a note and some money in a can in a field for the day that Red one day leaves, so they can meet up. And Morgan Freeman's character believes he's never leaving Shawshank. He's been there since he was a kid. And in like his 15th parole hearing, he shockingly is released. A parole hearing scene where he tells everyone where to go. And in that moment, they deemed him rehabilitated. So Morgan Freeman goes to the field where he believes this note is from Tim Robbins. And it harkens back to the conversation about hope they had in the cafeteria. They're both on the outside now. This is the note that Tim Robbins' character leaves for Morgan Freeman.
Dear Red, if you're reading this, you've gotten out. And if you've come this far, maybe you're willing to come a little further. You remember the name of the town, don't you?
Zihuatanejo.
I could use a good man to help me get my project on wheels. I'll keep an eye out for you, and the chessboard ready. Remember, Red, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I will be hoping that this letter finds you, and finds you well. Your friend, Andy.
People mad. You were supposed to.
I got allergies. Small Victory Schneider in the chat. Tim Robbins, criminally underrated actor. I would say that.
Yeah, definitely. Somebody was saying Pulp Fiction was that year too, for the movies.
They didn't really like Lion King was that year. Yeah. Like there were some big time movies that year.
Marty gave us the heads up. Pulp Fiction was that year too.
Yeah, it was. And they won Best Original Screenplay.
Wow.
That's when Tarantino won his.
Everyone's so mad at you for not saying spoiler alert when you did all that. Damn.
It's 94, guys. Come on.
Hyperbear says, man, that movie's 32 years old. Or
Come on, man.
it was. Damn.
That movie's so good. I can tell you everything over the next hour, and you're still going to watch it 9 times.
It's still worth watching.
Yes.
Yes.
But the counter argument to hope is that no good thing ever dies. Hope is the best thing. Hope for Blue Jay fans has been a dangerous thing. Plenty of hope to start this season. Why not? There was hope that the third base coach and Schneider would do their job with IKF in Game 7.
Oh, damn.
Didn't happen. Like I did that? Don't get mad at me for doing that. A lot of hope to start the year. But that hope will drive a person nuts. As has been the case for the majority of Blue Jays Nation, regardless of how loud you've been about it. In your private moments, I see you. And it's fine. Some people want to keep that internal. But hope has been a dangerous thing for Jays fans this year. And at some point this year, much like that scene in the cafeteria with Morgan Freeman, I would argue it did you no good. No good. No good in these walls, these concrete walls of Rogers Center. But something has happened here in the last 2 weeks. And no one can deny it. Now, there is a theme in the American League where teams that get past the deadline that aren't great, all of a sudden feel great. Either I know I'm not going anywhere and I thought I was going to get traded, or the jackass 3 stalls down who I hate is gone. Or from a baseball perspective, maybe the guy in the middle of your order who's just a black hole every day and not doing anything production-wise is gone. I won't mention names in Toronto, but maybe that happened too. But something has happened here. And the Jays are only 4 games below 500. It's been a while since that was the case. There's 40 games left on the season. There's 19 home games left, including today's 3:07 p.m. Eastern start against the Red Sox, Peyton Tolley, Max Scherzer. The Jays work Peyton Tolley around today. You know the mojo's good because Tolley has been What do you got? 14 Ks his last outing
Yeah, I think
for the Red Sox?
Something like that. Was it at
Pretty
home?
good young lefty they're throwing out there today. But one cannot deny that feeling of positivity that is creeping back into the discussion. There's a few instances of it last night. I think the most obvious one is Dan Schulman's call on the Okamoto double. Bottom of the 8th, Wilson Contreras gives you a gift by dropping a ball along the first base line, and Okamoto's still up. Okamoto goes to left field. Schulman's call sounded like it was September/playoff ready. That crowd sounded September/playoff ready. It felt like last year, which is crazy to say considering some of the baseball we've seen from this team this season. But as cynical as I am, I can't deny it. Schulman's call was so good, TSN ran it last night. And I got news for you. There's a thing sometimes with both TSN and Sportsnet where TSN will not run Schulman and Chris Cuthbert, and Sportsnet will not run Gord Miller. That's been like long-standing stuff. There's this weird feeling where you don't want to give the other team some shine. I think it's a little childish, but whatever. But that wasn't the case last night. Schulman's call was so good, TSN had to put it in their pack. And this is how it sounded.
It's still 2-2. Can the Blue Jays take advantage? Left center field, dropping. It's a base hit. Guerrero is getting the wave. Safe.
Gala in the chat. Relax it. They still suck.
Oh, wow.
How am I the positive one today?
Seriously.
Gala's on fire this week. Yeah. Pressing all my buttons. Appreciate you. HVR Delta in the chat. Schulman is awesome. Mike in the chat. Superman slide for Vladdy. Somebody before we came up and to do the show today said, does Vladdy believe diving into first is classified as plate production?
Oh, damn.
You know what? He does. And considering the season he's had, that counts. That counts. So the Jays win another game. As Matt Waldron did everything in his power to give it away in the 9th, Louis Varland came out, locked it down. Jays win 6-4. And we'll get to Soriano and a lot of aspects of the game here in a second. But in terms of hope and wishing and maybe things are turning around, I'm not a fan of this line of thought. But I did find it fascinating that John Schneider went there last night talking about the baseball gods and how fortune is now favoring the Toronto Blue Jays. For those who missed the clip, here it is.
Maybe the baseball gods are changing their mind about us, after about 10 months. You never know. But I think Vlad actually tagged, so you're sitting there thinking, okay, you got a runner at third with less than 2 and him, he come in and Oak made him pay. You know what I mean? You got to take advantage of mistakes. So, yeah, it seems like maybe, a month ago, a couple weeks ago, that ball would have been fair. It would have been an infield fly rule. But from me to the baseball gods, thanks. Keep it coming.
For the listening audience, I'm not kidding. There was a moment at the end of that clip, John Schneider looked up to the heavens, to the baseball gods, and said, thank you. And in my mind's eye, I don't know what the baseball god looks like, but I think it looks something like Jim Leland. Like something like that. Like an old-timey, like Jim Leland, yelling at Barry Bonds with the Pirates. Like that kind of Jim Leland. But we've now reached the point where the baseball gods are getting involved. I would only respond in this way to John Schneider. The baseball gods may not have been with you for the first X amount of months of this season. Do not tell me the baseball gods were not looking down on the Jays as they came from behind 49 times last season to get to the World Series. Don't tell me the baseball gods weren't with you then. They were. I think the city's had a lot of baseball god interaction in the last 12 to 18 months, if I'm being honest. Maybe not with the Santander signing, but with other things. I guess what I'm trying to get to here is hope is a dangerous thing. It can drive a person insane. It can. But in moments like this, sometimes hope is the best thing. Because even with everything we've seen this year with the Jays, it feels like it's returned. And that's fun, at least. Go Jays. Woo. As are you hopeful? With the Jays now having a 14.9% chance of making the playoffs, up from 12-ish% yesterday.
Okay, so before I get into this, because I'm not really looking at it like that. Yeah, of course. They jumped another team, which I said I'd always celebrate. They're not last anymore in the AL East. They passed Baltimore.
There's somebody worse than them. There's somebody worse than them.
They're not worse. Yeah,
There's somebody. It's Baltimore.
They're not last.
Baltimore's worse.
Yeah.
They're the worst, Baltimore.
So I'll give you my hope take after. I want to read some comments in chat.
Go ahead,
first.
shoot.
Variable in the chat says, hey, spirit is greater than hope, guys.
How the spirit strengthens and grows. There'll be a certain spirit. Every year there's a certain level of spirit.
It's true, there is.
Yeah. Zanman and there was a couple, Omega and Zanman said, dude, boys, this hope is just a decoy.
I was using him a little bit as a decoy.
By the way, a lot of people upset that we do the movie thing now. Like, get to sports. Is this like the new generation? Just can't tell a little story? Can't go for a stroll?
Let me tell you
just
something.
get right to the point.
Let me tell you something.
Hey, let us
I am
do
allowed.
this.
You may hate it.
Yeah.
I am well within my rights to make an analogy.
You go for a stroll. You're a good
That's it.
storyteller. Do it.
I mean, I don't know if I'm a good storyteller. I like to kind of start at the beginning sometimes, but I'm sorry. I like.
Yeah,
I enjoy that kind
Don't
of thing.
stop.
All right. Appreciate
Who
it.
is it? Casey says Hope and Cope boys are one letter off.
Hope and cope are one letter off.
I like
that is
one.
a solid
Right?
chat contribution.
Right?
Very good.
And
Yes.
Variable says, boys, the Jays are like a box of chocolates. I thought that was really good too. Sticking with the movie theme. So and then a lot of people telling you, send that hope stuff to Vladdy. He needs the hope stuff. HVR Delta in the chat. Joshua, Vladdy needs some hope right now.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. I know this seems crazy considering who the Red Sox are throwing out there today and Peyton Tolley. I know there's 19 games left in the regular season. I have a feeling Vladdy hits his first home run of the season this afternoon.
No way. I had the same feeling this morning.
Double prediction.
They lose the game, but
Double
Vladdy
true.
hits a home run. Is
Double
that a bad
true.
prediction? Is that a bad
Say it
prediction?
again. Sorry, I talked over
They
you.
lose the game, but Vladdy hits a home run.
I can see it. Like the Jays are down 6-1. Vladdy hits a home run, celebrates like he hit a walk-off.
Yeah.
Like something ridiculous
Well,
like
the
that.
crowd, that place will explode.
Not if they're 6-2 down.
Wow.
Or maybe they will.
They will.
I
I think
maybe,
they will.
they would.
They should.
Yeah.
They should. So, anyways, back to my point. It's funny you did the Shawshank thing because it all of this reminded me of another great movie of all time. And I was thinking about it and I was like, do I do it? And then when you sent me the Shawshank stuff, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it because it is a great thing. And I'm not looking to the future. I'm just enjoying this run. Because again, their biggest winning streak so far this year is 4 games. They're not there yet, but they've won what? They're 11-5 in their last 15.
It's a pretty good stretch.
Yeah,
for the
they're
Jays.
going on a good stretch.
Yes.
Like they need more consistency. But here's the great movie I thought of and that I'm feeling when I'm watching the Jays right now.
No, I'm sorry. Sorry, we're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody! Come on! Snoop! Snoop-a-loop! Snoop! No, it's cool. It's cool. I'm cool. Bring your green hat. Let's go. Come on, everybody! We're going! Here we go!
Man, put the music back on. Let's get the party back cracking up in here, man.
Can I?
Hold on. Just one more second.
We're streaking! Come on! Come on, everybody! Woo! Woo! We're streaking! We're streaking! Woo! Woo! Come on!
That's an underrated part of that scene. The couple walking their dog. and a naked Will Ferrell comes running past him.
So get the music back on from last year. We're going streaking. We're winning some games. It's more entertaining baseball to watch. I'm in.
And then Snoop is going to master plan. Money inside my hand. Can I hear the Snoopaloo part one more time? That's my favorite part of that.
We're going streaking! Yes! No, I'm sorry. Sorry, we're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody! Come on, Snoop! Snoop-a-loop! No, it's cool.
All right, cut it.
No, I like that. No, it's cool. It's
No,
cool.
cut
Bring
it.
your green.
Yeah. We don't need to show the ass again.
Anyway, that's what it made me. Just enjoy it. Go streaking. Who cares about tomorrow? How you're going to feel tomorrow? Enjoy that they're playing entertaining baseball. Come on.
Man.
That's it. And they're not in last anymore. Dude, today's a good day.
Well, they could be last by tonight.
Well, maybe, but they're not in last today. That's what I'm saying. Enjoy it.
Oh, man.
Oh,
All
we're
right.
going on a run. They're 11-5 in their last 16. Come on.
How many games in a row have they won here?
3.
3.
Because they dropped the final one.
Right.
Yeah. In
I guess they're kind of streaking.
No, but yeah.
They're kind of streaking.
Well, 11-5 in their last 16.
That's a
is
run.
Pretty good.
A streak is
good.
like in a row, right?
Right.
Pop.
And
I'm
that's,
just saying.
So, again, sweeping a series was, and to my point, if you want to start moving up, you had to win this series against the Red Sox. You couldn't split the 4-game series, and they did that. They've won 3 in a row. They win the series. I'm good with it. And again, they're slowly climbing up. The other thing that can give you hope, they have series against all the teams in front of them in September.
Well, I'm looking. Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at the schedule here.
And then they play some of the bottom teams like Kansas City, Oakland. Like it's a mix between
And
bottom
Baltimore.
teams.
So
Yeah.
they got 3 games to start September at Cleveland,
Mhm.
And then they're home to the Tigers on September 14th, 15th, and 16th. That's big.
And in between that, they have a series against KC, Oakland, and Baltimore.
Yeah, no, but I'm just talking about teams like in front of them.
Yeah, and then Tigers.
And then they got a day off on the 17th next month. Then they're at Texas for 3 games. Nothing interesting happens between the Jays and Rangers in Texas ever. And then another series against the Orioles and another series against the Are we going to do this thing where we're now saying like it's on a T for the Jays?
Well,
Are we
they
gonna
got
say
to
that?
finish this stretch against AL East opponents, right? Like they got 3 against the Yankees, then they go to Tampa, where it's always good too. They play in Tampa and then New York against the Yankees again. But then to end the month, they have KC and Seattle. Seattle's a mess right now. Like their schedule
Seattle's
is in
pretty
their
bad,
favor.
man.
No, but if you're
Like-
going to talk to me about hope, their schedule is in their favor as long as they can play decent ball against some of those teams ahead of them.
Can I give you the concern still for me?
Yeah, of course.
And the Jays did sign Paul Sewald, who was DFA'd, who's going to be activated tomorrow. His ERA is not reflective of how he's pitched, by the way. I think he got wrong, like he got annihilated in a couple starts. It's led to like a 6 ERA. I think he's pitched better than that. I think he's pitched a lot better than that.
He had like a 3 ERA until July. And then July, I think it's the last 17 appearances, he kind of fell off big time.
Yeah, like it's not for a reliever, as Jays fans know, you have the one bad outing. The ERA is going to stick with you for a while. Also, just a note, Brendan Little is not going to be available today. He's on the paternity list.
He's been doing well.
Lazaro Estrada has been called back up. I just because Schneider had the quote 2 nights ago about it's a full send on the bullpen.
You have that other Schneider from yesterday, by the way.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this one first.
Okay.
Schneider was asked about the bullpen's stamina, and he says, I basically said, I don't care. I'm paraphrasing, but he said, I don't care, which is very consistent with how he's always looked at that bullpen and how Ross Atkins has always looked at the bullpen. Let's just go to them whenever, whenever. That will catch up with you.
Some people in the
It
chat,
will.
yeah, saying that Varlin even looked annoyed he had to come out, or he looks like he's.
I'd be
laboring a
annoyed
bit.
too. You got this. You got a 6-1 lead or whatever it was.
Yeah, no, agreed. That's why I wanted to bring it up. And he did look like, again, his last few save opportunities or when he's in the game haven't looked the best, because it looks like you said it the other day. Like Valenzuela had to block all those balls, or else they would have lost that game. Like his arm does look a bit gassed.
He does. So we'll see where this goes. Like a sweep today would be, whoa, because they're as of the funniest part of the wild card standings. Like the Jays are a game and a half back. Texas has the last spot. Run differential -34.
I know.
Josh Goldberg threw this out on Twitter earlier today. Rangers in a playoff spot -34 run differential. Pardon me. Twins half game back, minus 32. The Tigers, half game back, plus 87.
Not bad.
But let's go to the rest now. Cleveland, a game back, minus 27 run differential. Jays, 1.5, minus 54 run differential. Orioles, 2. The Orioles are only 2 back of a wild card, by the way.
I know. In last place.
If the Orioles get into the playoffs, shut down the American League for a year and make everyone think about it. You go home and you think about what you've done.
True.
You want to talk about Jose Soriano last night?
Yeah, of course. I think we have to.
It's pretty good.
The Tigers, that's second best run differential in the American League. Only the Yankees are ahead of them at plus 9.
The Tigers are still rolling here. Actually, sorry, we have that Schneider clip, right?
Yeah.
Because Schneider was asked, like, does it feel different to you?
Mm-hmm.
And Schneider wasn't talking about baseball gods. He was talking about like young players getting a chance who now become leaders in like 3 days on this team, and other superstars should be completely embarrassed with what they've done or haven't done, because now the team's being run by Brett Bateman, who, by the way, is sitting today. Brett Bateman. They're sitting Brett Bateman today against a lefty, but they started him against Luzardo on Sunday. Someone make it make sense to me. Someone make it make sense to me. But McAdoo and Bateman at the top of the lineup, it's just there's a different feel to it. And John Schneider spoke about it yesterday.
Yeah, honestly, I do. And again, it's tough to lose some guys, but I think the guys we brought in really understand what we're doing and how we're kind of going about it. So starts on the mound always, and Jose was great. I mean, his stuff was electric. Just the one mistake to Wilson and a really tough at bat. But yeah, I think the overall vibe is, I said it earlier, there's some young guys, kind of bringing some energy, and there's some guys that have some things to prove, and that rubs off on everyone. So it's a good feeling right now.
Brian in the chat, 4 AL East teams might make the playoffs. Potentially.
One will be under 500.
Yep, for sure.
But we addressed that yesterday, right? Like the veterans can't be shown up by these young guys who are coming in and doing things.
Springer's now a bench player on this team.
Should be, maybe.
Did we all catch that? Like Springer's...
He's there for the spirit, the energy.
Yeah, I mean, I just think like it's one thing to have a down year. It's another thing for like a complete no-name getting an opportunity to make you look silly. And in terms of what the Jays are doing here, hey, by hook or by crook, I don't care who sits. John Schneider better be in that headspace too, for the sake of his job. Doesn't matter who's playing well. If you're playing well, you get in, which makes Brett Bateman sitting today just hilarious to me.
It is.
It's the most Jays thing ever.
But it
ridiculous.
It also doesn't make sense because they're saying based on analytics and the best, like we're putting this lineup out there, but you're not, because you have guys who are hot and then you sit them. Like it's just two sides of things. Like,
I'm with
weird.
you. I'm with you. I don't
just
get it.
All makes sense.
I don't understand it.
And dude, that slide from Vladdy, stop telling me he's hurt or his back or anything's hurting him. If you're sliding like that, and he's playing great at first base.
He's fine.
Honestly, I think I'm at where I'm at with Schneider. He gets a pass this year. There's no more expectations on him. If this team's going to do it, they're going to do it without him anyways this year. Because it's going to be embarrassing if they get in and he hasn't.
Well, here's the thing. With all due respect, like it's not like they've won these games 9-4.
No.
Like they still kind of need Vladdy.
But they're doing it without
They're
him.
doing it for now. They're scraping by offensively without him. Let's be fair about how this is. It's not like they're hitting a ton of home runs, this team.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, like I still worry about the bullpen's fatigue. And you're still going to need a home run from 27.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been fun. This has been great. This is interesting. Jays are very lucky. This is one of the most down American League years I've ever seen.
What was down
in my life? Oh, this makes it look like
it's even worse.
This
It's
makes
crazy.
last year look like the Yankees of the late 90s.
Because we were saying that last year. Remember, it's a down year, so they got a chance. But this year is just awful.
Yeah.
How can it be like that for a couple seasons in a row?
Like
the Mariners are awful too, and they were like one of the favorites in the American League.
Listen. It's going to be interesting what happens here, because if the Jays play their cards, if one bat wakes up with some power, like one, they are going to make more inroads than anyone thought here. Because I don't see that happening outside of the Tigers around them. I don't. They're still going to have to deal with the Tigers, by the way. They do have some players on that team.
Texas does have some veterans that can do it. They can show up. I don't mind Texas.
I don't know, man. I'm not. You think Brandon Nimmo is going to carry that team like that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jays want him at one point.
Jacob deGrom. They wanted to trade Jacob deGrom like 8 times, and he wouldn't get traded. That's a weird team.
Cleveland somehow always finds a way, no matter what their payroll is. You're not scared of Hoffman and the Twins? So wait,
Hoffman and the Twins.
so hold on. Wait, did the baseball gods come around to the Jays after they got rid of Varsho and Hoff? Is that what Schneider was saying?
Varsho.
The gods are like, we don't have to watch these guys anymore. Go on a run.
Did you see the hug Schneider gave Jose Soriano?
Soriano in the dugout? I did.
What?
I thought about capturing
It's
it.
just hugs between Jose Soriano and John Schneider.
They should put stars on their caps or something too.
I wish someone loves you the way John Schneider loves Jose Soriano right now.
But how good does that move look? Like, it's funny because if he wasn't here, they would be rushing Savage back. Like, at least now with Savage back, with Soriano in, it helps carry them a bit if they want to kind of try and make a run here.
Jacqueline in the chat. Hoffman and the Twins. Worst band ever. They're opening up for the Killers
Yeah, there you
at the amphitheater here in Toronto later. By the way, the craziest Soriano story, I wasn't aware of this. Did you hear Steve Phillips on Overdrive last night?
No.
So the Jays get Jose Soriano, again, who had an unbelievable April and really has not been that great since, despite 2 great starts for the Jays. Well, 1 great start. An okay start in Philly. 1 great start last night. So Jose Soriano is traded. And just, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, after trading Jose Soriano, the Angels fired one of the most experienced pitching coaches in baseball, Mike Maddox. Mike Maddox was a pitching coach in Major League Baseball for 24 straight years. Like right after they trade Soriano. And then Steve Phillips goes on air yesterday. I think it was Brian Hayes and Dave Feschuk. They were doing the show. And Phillips goes, are you guys aware that Mike Maddox, as the pitching coach of the Angels when Jose Soriano was there, used 0 analytics?
No way.
And they're like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, zero. Like he made Brad Treliving look like an analytics guy.
Baruch, yeah.
And then last night, I see the start, and I'm going through some of the numbers. Do you know the game this year where Soriano threw his sinker the most? Last night.
No way. Wow.
It was last night.
That's hilarious.
So, just so I'm clear, the Angels have this guy. One of his most devastating pitches is that sinker. And last night's the night a team goes, maybe throw that more? What the hell's going on with the Angels?
Yeah. I know there were reports that they like to try and paint the corners, and they don't like those pitches. They can't really control or do that with. So I don't know if that's it. I did not hear that.
I heard the Maddox story, and then I saw the sinker numbers last night for Jose Soriano with the Jays. Like, this is easy work for Pete Walker.
Yeah.
Pete Walker's like, yeah, just throw the sinker more.
Because that mixed with the other pitches he has, oh man, that'll confuse hitters. Like,
oh my
no
God.
doubt. Yeah.
That's wipeout,
I mean,
man.
that's why the Angels are always bottom of the league every year.
But that's not even wipeout where like either Valenzuela or Kirk has to do something in the dirt. Like that's just wipeout clean.
Yeah.
Like that's an amazing pitch.
It is. It really is.
And God, the Angels are the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
The worst.
And Alek Manoah couldn't even pitch there.
Alek Manoah. It wasn't Alek Manoah's fault. It's not your fault, Alec. It's that terrible Angels organization.
Did you see the report in The Athletic that it was the Twins and the Cubs that pursued Soriano after he got dealt to the Jays? They were the ones calling
I
the
could
Jays?
see the Cubs in a pretty tough National League wanting a guy like that in a short series for sure. Yeah,
But that might have been why they
see
held. That might have been too why they held off in getting Hoffman, and Hoffman was so late and Gosman was so late too.
For sure.
Because they were chasing those guys.
Sean in the Yukon. I feel for Angels fans. I don't. Stop giving them your money, idiots. Stop giving Artie Moreno your money. You're an idiot if you give him your money. You're an idiot. Flat out.
Think about they had Trout. Somebody in the chat just brought like they had Trout and Shohei for how many years?
I know, and Shohei couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Was it Junior Caminero? Was it the Rays who said no to Junior Caminero for
No, the Angels. Oh.
the Angel? No, you're right. It was the Angels that said
Said
no.
no. They offered
Junior Caminero was on his way to the Angels reportedly for Shohei in the final year of his deal
As a rental.
As a rental, but Caminero wasn't a rental.
No.
Caminero wasn't a rental.
No, I'm saying Shohei.
And the Angels are like, we're not sure about it. What an idiotic organization.
For one playoff run with Shohei, they said no to Junior
The worst.
Caminero.
The worst. They're the worst. The Angels are the worst. Or the Cleveland Browns are a better organization than the Anaheim Angels.
Whoa.
I'm serious.
It's true. By the way, 4 weeks from today, I think is the first NFL game.
Oh yeah, we got NFL preseason action tonight.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a Wednesday start.
Oh.
Seahawks and Patriots is a Wednesday nighter.
Oh, is it?
Because then they go globetrotting around the globe. They're all over the place.
Yes.
They're like in Australia on the Friday.
But we're like a month away from the NFL.
I know.
That's
The
bottom line.
NFL's really racing to the fore.
Yeah.
Loving it. Anything else Jays-wise here we're not hitting on?
What do we want? Yeah, sorry.
I think we're good.
Straw, your boy Straw has been clutch.
By the way, that post-game interview with Straw in the Gatorade was so ridiculous. I couldn't even bring myself up to record it, to play it. I don't know what that was. I have no idea what I'm watching. It's like I'm watching 5-year-olds go, look at us race. And like you got to see the kids race because they want you to see them. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. One day someone's going to figure it out. I'm sorry. It's childish. Like, look like a big league team. Yeah. Look like a big league team. Just do an interview with Hazel and get off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just leave.
So what do you think it depends on? Like the bats coming around, the pitching staying to form, or just all of it? It has to be all of it with this team.
They're going to need home runs at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, the bullpen's been worrying me the whole year because that's how Schneider uses it. But like, this is fine. You're still, even when you're up 6-1, you're kind of scraping by here. It feels like it.
It does.
You're gonna need some thump. From where? When's the last Okamoto home run?
That's a great question.
Honestly, when's the last Okamoto home run? Because we're in a stretch here. I know he took the ball off the knee in Philly, and it was painful, but he stuck in there, and I don't know. Like, someone's gonna have to do something.
Yeah.
It might be from McAdoo. He can swing.
He can.
Like, it might be McAdoo.
He's the guy with power. He's lucky you got a shot.
Christopher in the chat. Not from Vladdy, guys.
Let's see. Home run here. Ooh, here it is.
When was the last time Okamoto
It's in
hit
a
home?
loss in the Washington series, July 28th.
The Washington series. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Someone's got to hit a home run.
Yeah.
This is great. It's exhilarating.
But they're not built like that. That's a problem.
They bet somebody
Right?
Somebody better. I don't care what they're built for.
Like you see last night. That's why they chase a guy like Soriano and they invest so much in pitching. Because you're trying to keep it close and you need one big inning that they got in the 8th. And then even that is like, you're right, squeaking by already. That's what the executives think. They want good pitching, keep it close, and you hope you get lucky for one inning where a few guys get hits in the row. They're not looking for slug on this team. I'm sorry. Because they're not built like that at all.
There's
who are you getting slug from?
There's a scene in Apollo 13 with Ed Harris. So he's in the room with all the engineers.
No, I've never watched Apollo 13.
Dude, you'd love it.
Really?
So they're in space, they lose power, and they slingshot around the moon to get back, but they're in space freezing, and they don't know when they power up if anything's going to work. It's a crazy, like, it happened. The story happened. And Ed Harris goes in the room with the engineers, and they're trying to figure out any piece of power they can get from anywhere in the spacecraft to try and get them not only back to Earth, but when they get to Earth, like there has to be power for the parachutes to open if they get through reentry. Like, it was just 90 problems. And all these engineers are like, this thing wasn't built for this. That thing wasn't built for this. We didn't test for this. And then finally Ed Harris looks at the room and says, I don't care what something was built to do. I want to know what it can do. I don't want to hear what it was built to do. I want to know what it can do. Someone didn't think to start the year Charles McAdoo was a major league player.
Crazy.
I want to know what he can do.
Yes.
Brett Bateman wasn't on anyone's radar. I want to know what he can do. So that's why you sit him today in the biggest game of your season. Good job, John.
And again,
I think we're past they're not built for whatever. They got to find it from some. Where is that energy coming from in your spacecraft?
And isn't that exactly what happened last year?
Kinda.
Right?
That's exactly what happened last year.
The thing is, like, this is the management team that did trade for McAdoo. So why wouldn't you want to see what you have there? Like, why did it take so long? Why do these guys only get short runs? But you're committed. But
again, I'm
no
not
offense to him, David Schneider or whoever. Like, you traded for McAdoo 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Why not?
The Davis Schneider patience cost this team at least 5 wins.
Without
at
giving
least
somebody else a shot.
Insane. How with a straight face, when you have paying public filling that building every night, are you like, guys, I think the 144 hitter needs to go in today? The arrogance.
Yeah.
The arrogance of that. I don't care if he's a nice guy. I don't care. Neither should they. You had a funny story about a couch once. I don't care. Jesus.
Quote my guy, Josh Donaldson. It's a get it done league, man.
Get it done league.
Shout out to Rash and Russell Martin on that pod.
The Gibby one was really good.
Huh? Yeah.
I enjoyed the Gibby one.
I'm almost through the Clayton Kershaw one too. It's pretty good.
Chris Kerr in the chat. I don't know where Chris is going with this, Azzo, so see if you can follow me. Schneider needs to be fired. I can't express how important it is to get rid of Schneider.
Oh, where was the one?
I'm getting the feeling Chris wants Schneider fired.
It seems like he
That's
does.
the feeling I'm getting.
I started that? Oh, yeah, here. How about read this one again?
Oh, this one.
Yeah,
this is from way early. This is from like 12:02.
I had to go find it.
RMC in the chat. Jays are the new Golden Knights. Fire Schneider with 10 games left. Make the playoffs. Lose to LA again in the World Series. Can you imagine the Jays pull a Golden Knights? Vegas Golden Knights? And actually bring in John Tortorella to run the team? John wants to coach again, apparently. So why not?
It'd be Alex Carr, wouldn't it?
Chris Betty in the chat. We need Navi thoughts.
What happened to Navi? Where is he?
Navi's busy, man. He's going to school. He's going to work, doing something.
And I get who was it who said Schneider needs to be fired. Like, he's not getting fired this year. There's no chance of it.
This year?
No, this year, no chance.
No.
I know some people want it. It's not
No.
happening. And again, even Flatty gets a pass on this year because of what he did last year.
Okay. Again, Jays, 3:07 p.m. Eastern today. This is as big an afternoon game midweek as I've seen in a while.
First sweep,
Like-
which is tough to do, man.
And even if they they won the series. That's the goal.
That is.
Whatever happens today, it's gravy. Whatever. Okay. So you're good with the Jays?
Yeah.
Did you see Freddie Freeman fall down the steps last night?
Dude.
On the KC side of Chavez Ravine?
Yeah. They said he was okay.
Holy
right? Yeah,
cow,
that was
he's
really
fine, but that was
bad. Scary as hell.
He was like the Brazilian soccer player who fell through the door in the ground.
Jumping over
the advertising. Did you see that video?
Yeah,
there was a Brazilian soccer clip that went viral over the weekend. Guy scores. You know, people jump the advertising all the time.
Yeah, over the
but
barricade.
Someone left like a trap door open that led to like maybe a mechanical room. I don't know what's down there.
Yeah.
But my guy jumps the advertising and goes right through the bottom. It's like that. It's like one of the first viral clips on the internet of the person in the jewelry store. Remember there was a door open in the floor? And it was a security camera. Do you remember this one? This is like one of the first ever. And the person has no idea and then disappeared. Wally the Prof, it was a Cortiba player. This chat is good.
It is good.
It was Cortiba. Cortiba. So that is Brazil, right?
I believe so.
I believe it's Brazil.
Everybody's saying Gibby's the one who's going to come back and coach these Jays in the playoffs.
Do you know how insane the fan base would go if Gibby came back? Yeah. I don't know about Mark and Ross, but the fans would lose their mind. Okay. Good Jays discussion. If I don't say so myself. Back to Kawhi. We got about 13 minutes here.
Kawhi on August 13th.
I hope you've enjoyed the 2-hour, 1-hour show that we did here in August. So this is we wanted to run this clip for you yesterday because it's interesting. Like we've talked about the Raptor situation up here a lot, about Kawhi and what's about to happen or not about to happen. Why is SiriusXM calling me?
What? Where?
Oh.
Is your membership up?
I think it is, actually. I think that's exactly it.
That's the only
I think it's
reason.
exactly it. Yeah.
Oh, right. You saying you get an offer? You trying to tell me you're getting an offer?
No. It's not that. I just love me some
Sid
hit.
Seixeiro Show goes to the Sid Seixeiro station? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying I love me some hits one.
There you go.
Love me some hits one. Small Victory Schneider in the chat. Answer it! Brian Windhorst of ESPN dropped a pod this week. He dropped another one yesterday after the Lakers' $12.5 billion sale to someone with ties with the White House and Bob Iger. But the day before, he dropped basically a Clippers Kawhi podcast. And we ran a bit of it for you yesterday. There was another part of this where he's talking about the Raptors. And obviously in this town, the feeling has been set on positivity, whether it's from the Raptors, whether it's from media, even people around Kawhi a couple of nights ago at the National Bank Open. People in this town are not worried. They are convinced Kawhi Leonard is going to be a Raptor. When? Not sure, but he is going to be a Raptor. If you hear other people in the NBA know, it's not as convincing, guys. And the tone I got from Brian Windhorst in this podcast, and he's talking to Anthony Slater, who's also a writer for ESPN. So these are the two voices you hear. I just don't think Windhorst is that convinced. And what I mean by that is, like, the one thing that's kind of being pushed aside in the Toronto market on this story is aggravating to me in this sense. There is a feeling that people want you to forget how many balls are still in the air. I think that's wrong. I think it's an irresponsible way to report this story. I don't think it's an accurate way. There are serious things still in the air. Could Kawhi still be a Raptor? Sure. But to minimize some of these allegations is incorrect to me. Incorrect. And considering how unprecedented this entire situation is, I don't know, man. I don't know. So in terms of the Raptors perspective, like I haven't seen too much American commentary on it. This is what Brian Windhorst of ESPN had to say, and we will jump in here momentarily as like we'll do a mini scrum surfing here. It's not a small clip, but I wanted to play all of it because I think it's important perspective that folks in Toronto and Raptor fans aren't hearing this show aside. Go ahead.
Later, if this is accurate, like the Clippers side of it is devastating. Okay. So let's put that aside for right now.
Yeah. Toronto side is what I'm like.
Yes. For the actual business of the NBA for the 26-27 season, this is not just a Clipper issue. Last year was a Clipper issue. Now it is no longer just a Clipper issue. Whether Kawhi Leonard is on the Raptors or not has a huge circumstantial fallout in the Eastern Conference. And then obviously, like, DeMar DeRozan is held up to a certain extent, for example, and, some other players. But the Raptors have been building their team around Kawhi, and they've been ready to extend his contract. Brandon Ingram has been ready to be a Clipper. Do you think Brandon Ingram is in the headspace to go back and be a Raptor at this point? Like, this is the other stuff's going to play out. Like, and it's and Baxter Holmes has reported that this investigation could play out well into the season. And I don't know how this changes it, but
theoretically you could say, hey, like the deadline for the Raptors to decide yes or no, probably to them, is the day before training camp. But also,
yeah,
as you laid out, if their ultimate verdict is like, hey, we can't get into business with Kawhi right now. Sure, you could bring Brandon Ingram back ready to, like, crazier things have happened in the league, but also maybe you do want to pivot to something else. Maybe you do want to dangle Brandon Ingram out there, go after different guys. Again, I did a King story this week, for example. They at the deadline really sniffed around on Domantas Sabonis. Not saying that they're going to necessarily revive that exact conversation, but if you are the Raptors, like, maybe you do want to.
If you're the Raptors, you got to be recalling your people from their summer vacations. I mean, maybe not actually, but you're having contingency plans now. And I don't know when the Raptors found this out. The Raptors, one of the things that came out of the Adam Silver press conference was that the league was getting regular updates on the investigation. Like, he had to be kind of pulled there, but he finally revealed the league was not in the dark. And I do not believe, I want to be careful about this because of aggregation. I do not believe that Pablo's story was the first time that the league had heard about Daktronics.
I'll say something else, and this is a little bit more circumstantial, whatever, but like the Warriors were really like into the Kawhi Leonard trade idea at the trade deadline, last February. They were less into that idea this summer And again, part of it is like the, Kawhi extension and Kawhi clearly in a lot of ways wanted to direct himself to Toronto, right? I think we would both agree that was part of the trade, complexities, but also like, I think it started to be sniffing around the league of this idea of like maybe there was punishment heading Kawhi's away. And I think that might have, warded off some suitors.
Yes, but, multiple teams talked to the league office. The league office said they wouldn't stop a trade in June, and then they went ahead with the deal.
Again, that's Brian Windhorst on the Hoops Collective. He was having that conversation with ESPN's Anthony Slater. Viper in the chat. Nobody wants Ingram back after the playoffs. That we can all agree on.
Yeah. Pretty
Brandon,
easy to say.
I think everyone's Brandon Ingram'd out. I wanted to give that perspective.
I think it's key.
Because wow, are you not getting it in this market right now? You're at all. At all. No. And again, Azzo, I said it off the front of the show. And I mean it when I say it. Like I could be dead wrong on this. Where Kawhi skates and media day 46 days from today, Monday, September the 28th, he's there with Keith Pelly and Bobby Webster, with Pelly telling us again that the rebuild of TFC is complete.
We have just completed a complete rebuild of TFC.
The complete rebuild has been completely complete. And maybe that's how it plays out, for sure. But that's not the narrative everywhere.
No.
Is what I'm trying to tell you. And again, I'm starting to believe that he's going to be a Raptor. Why? Because not everyone can be this incorrect. And if they are, stop listening to everything you hear in this city aside from like this show. I'm telling you.
But for me,
because everyone's singing from the same hymn book, everybody, and so I'm starting to get gaslit into thinking, okay, maybe there's no there. Maybe. Where are you with that, Azzo? I'm being serious.
No,
I'm starting my mentality on this. Everyone around me is looking at me like, guys, what's the problem? I'm now thinking, okay, there's no problem.
But again, where they this to me comes from why it was important for me to play the Windhorst clip or for you to play the Windhorst clip was because he has league sources. I want to know what he said. Everybody in this market we're hearing from usually is relying on their team sources. And what's the team going to say? Of course they think it's going to happen. That's why it's on hold, as they said. That's why they didn't push it through, though. So why didn't they push it through if they were that confident?
So everything's fine on the trade the Raptors didn't push through and put on hold.
But it's coming from people who cover the team.
That's what I mean.
I assume their sources are inside the team.
Yes.
What are they going to say? No, we're worried. Then why is it on hold? It just unravels so quickly.
Well, here's my point. If he ends up not being a Raptor, you know what you should have said? Nothing. That's not what's happening. What's happening are sources inside the organization are telling reporters, don't worry.
Again, everything we've
Don't
heard
worry.
is from people who are close to the team. So I assume their sources are with the team, or people who know Kawhi and Kawhi's sources, or sources close to Kawhi telling them this. So what are those two sides supposed to say? Of course they think it's going to happen. Of course I think I'm going to be a Raptor. Of course we think the trade's going to go through. But how do you know? That's why I think hearing from guys who win. You asked me yesterday, why Shams so quiet? I don't know. But that is interesting.
I don't have an answer for that. Why is Shams not tweeting on this at all?
I know when we heard Zach Lowe and Howard Beck, who we played more stuff from too, or who's been all over this, sometimes he seems to have his doubts, and he called the Raps a bit embarrassing in this for the situation they've taken and the spot they've put themselves in. Those are the people I want to hear from people outside the league who aren't just relying on inside team sources or Kawhi himself and the people around him. Because what else are they supposed to say? Of course he's innocent. He's going to say he's innocent and no wrongdoing. I'm going to be a Raptor, of course. That's why I'm here.
But him saying he's innocent, yeah, no kidding. I'm with you. I would expect nothing less. I just want to know what Adam Silver is going to do.
But that's why
with all due respect to Kawhi's opinion, Kai Tech Arena.
Yeah.
With all due respect, but I do feel like I'm being gaslit into now thinking then I've overreacted to this.
No, of course.
Honestly,
because we're getting bombarded with.
We are the only ones in this market concerned.
Yeah.
So now I'm taking crazy pills. Honestly, I'm loopy on this story right now because I still there's like multiple parts of me that doesn't trust this at all. But I'm looking at everyone else going,
okay. So at some point,
don't worry about it.
A decision's going to come down. But if it comes down mid-season and he becomes a Raptor, say by Christmas or whatever, what was the report we played earlier this week? Like December, and he is still suspended for 2025, or maybe he's not even suspended. Like the fact it took that long, it wasn't just it was going to happen. We've heard some stuff that's going to be wrong one way or another. Right? We've heard it's going to be done by training. We heard it was going to be done in a couple weeks. We're hearing it's going into 2027. We're hearing where is it? Somebody's wrong here.
Oh, big time.
And if it happens eventually, when again, I keep asking people, when would you pull the plug? Because does that matter? If they hold on till Christmas, is that worse than if they pull the plug before a training camp?
This organization,
I wouldn't let it go into the
this
season.
organization at training camp cannot have this unresolved. You're not an actual organization. If you think one of the biggest media days, do you know how much media is going to be at media day if this is still in the ether? Do you have any idea? You're going to have news guys from CTV and City going down there who don't know what a basketball looks like asking questions.
But then
wait for that scene.
But it's going to take over media day one way or the other.
Yeah, either way, this is now a circus it could be a good circus if Kawhi's there.
Right.
But it will be like a weird circus if
it's still on hold.
If it's still on hold, and it's even a bigger circus if you just embarrassed yourself and Kawhi's not a Raptor for at least another year.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's going to be a circus one way or another, just how bad.
Chris Kerr in the chat, TFC is garbage.
Hey, you want a loony hot dogs? Go this Saturday. Come on.
You know what this is like in terms of how people in Toronto were kind of reporting this and reacting to it? It's like there was a scene in Goodfellas where Ray Liotta is like paranoid about something. And he goes up to Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro. And he's like, guys, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about this? And Joe Pesci and De Niro are like, he's worried. Don't worry. You worry too much. You worry. Gives him like the double kiss. You worry too much. And then they tell Ray Liotta that they're gonna make Joe Pesci. And then they later take care of Joe Pesci.
Oh, they do.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm Ray Liotta in that scene, and everyone else in Toronto is Pesci and De Niro. You worry too much.
Yeah. No, but eventually.
So am I I'm wondering if I'm worrying too much.
You know I overthink everything. So
I overthink everything too.
It was like, wow.
I've never been more looped on a story in this city. Ever. Mitch Marner we saw coming like a season and a half down the road. That was the least surprising thing ever, him leaving. This thing is new to me. This is a different feel. This is a different way the story's being covered. I'm floored at a lot of things. And I could be wrong. Kawhi could be there after he gets off a flight from Kai Tech Arena.
Basketball fans.
Random Reynolds in the chat. 3-hour episode? No, we're wrapping this up.
But again, it depends to me where it's come from. Like you walk into a restaurant and they have all these great reviews on their wall and saying, yeah, we're great. We have a this star rating. You eat the food. You think it sucks. It makes you sick. You keep going back to the food just because the reviews say that. Like, where are you getting this from? Who's telling you to you? The people around in this market are telling you that because I believe, and I'm not saying that, but their sources are from inside the Raptors. What else can they say? But yes, of course we think it's going to go through by training camp. That's why we're still on hold with it.
All I'm telling you is I'm slipping.
Yeah.
I'm seeing so much contradictory conversation about Kawhi in the city. I don't know what to think.
Well, we'll find out in 6
I don't know what to think.
We have to wait for
honestly.
6 weeks.
Well, listen, the conversation tomorrow will continue. Joseph Cacharo of The Score is going to join us.
No, because you know what's funny? When this trade first went down, what have we found out since? Rhode Island FC. We found out about Daktronics. They had no clue that was coming down.
But that's all fine. People in this city act like
That's
it's not an issue.
Right.
That's where I'm starting to lose it a bit.
Yeah.
Feels like an issue.
No, the only story is.
But none of the reporting and listen, let's tell it like it is. It's the team.
Yes.
The Raptors are telling you,
yes,
not an issue.
We're fine.
Okay.
Because that's all people care about. Is it going to go through or not? They don't want to see, like you said, all the balls that are in the air.
It can go through now. It can go through right now. The Raptors won't put it through.
Exactly.
So the team that's not putting it through is telling you everything's fine. Pick a lane, man.
Yeah, that's
what is it? Is it fine or is it not fine?
That nails it. That's true. That's exactly it. Then put it through and you have him by training camp. You guarantee he's there.
Man.
I guess people just look at it as either they're going to void it and the Raptors still get him, or they approve the trade and the Raptors get him. I don't know. I'm with you. I find it weird that just becomes a talking point is if and when, not about the story all around it. But that's ever since. Like you get more and more nuggets, and like
let's
Rhode Island is wide open.
Let's do one more quick thing here in a minute. 2 hockey players in the last 12 hours have told reporters the following. One hockey player said, "I want to stay in this market."
Mm-hmm.
Another hockey player said, "Get me the hell out of here as soon as you can." Which hockey player said, "Get me the hell out of here"? And which hockey player said, "I'm going to stay in this market"? Within the last 12 hours. I'm looking at both reports right now.
I saw a report a couple of days ago. Dylan Larkin still wants a trade. I'm going to guess him.
Helen St. James is reporting Dylan Larkin still wants out of Detroit in a serious. By the way, do you know who Dylan Larkin apparently is working out with right now? Quinn Hughes.
Of course.
Of course. Where does Dylan Larkin,
that's the least
the best second-line center in hockey, where does he want to go? He wants to go to Minnesota.
And who wants him?
So who wants to stay in their market?
Who else was there? Not Hellebuck.
No. I'll give you 2 more guesses.
No, I don't know.
Who?
Just lay it on.
Zach Werenski has told Aaron Portzline he is
Zach.
committed to the Columbus Blue Jackets.
I kind of said that out, right? When he was like, well,
Yep.
what's the last time we're going to talk about it? We're going to talk things through. How bad is that? Oh, Werenski. I forgot about
Zach Werenski got scared that 3 people tagged him on social media, and he's like, I don't want this attention.
He left his ex and then said, no, you know what, baby, let's talk about this.
Get out of here.
That's awful.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I forgot about Werenski.
Dylan Larkin, for the record, is so stupid. Like, he had the excuse to say, okay, maybe I wasn't getting along with Steve Yzerman. And he's gone to a reporter and basically said, no, it's like everything. So, like, that was your out in terms of the market. A Michigan kid, that was your out for the market still hating your ass. And you you weren't smart enough to take it.
Time out, though. Let's talk about this. The Red Wings are screwing up here. Have they replaced Steve Yzerman yet?
No,
That's weird.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Dylan Larkin had an out. Dylan Larkin was allowed to say to his home state, guys, I know Steve's a legend. We weren't on the same page, but I love Detroit. And I love the organization. And I love Michigan. He's still saying he wants out that idiot.
He would have to stay.
PR-wise, he's burning himself.
Yeah, wow.
Of course he is.
But if he said what you
he's the
said,
captain. He's a Michigan guy.
If he says what you said, he has to put on the Red Wings jersey. Obviously, he doesn't want to do that.
Clown show with Dylan Larkin.
He's just
someone explain to this guy.
He might not
someone
be
hold his hand and tell him what PR is.
Yeah.
Same with Zach Werenski, actually.
Well, no, but I'm saying he could say they haven't hired a GM yet. I don't know what direction they're going in. I'd rather
As
go
have
somewhere
you seen
else.
their front office? It's 90 former Red Wings. Anyone, Sean Horkoff.
aren't they hiring a
any
search
one
firm?
of these guys can sign a contract. Don't give me that. Look at who they have. They have Nick Lidstrom. They have Nick Cronwall. They have Sean Horkoff. They have nothing but former players
So you
in the
go to
front
every
office.
guy and ask what direction the team's
Listen,
going in?
I got news for you. Someone's running point right now for the Detroit Red Wings. If they want to figure something out, they
Are
can
you
do
sure?
it.
Didn't they just hire a
Yes.
search firm?
So you're telling me the Red Wings right now, if you're another GM and you call them, there's a message that comes up and says, "Welcome to the Detroit Red Wings hotline." We don't have a GM right now, so you can't talk to anyone. That's not happening. There is a guy that can talk to you. I guarantee you.
So it's not
Guaranteed.
ridiculous that one of your biggest stars asked for a trade and you got nobody to No, I know what you're saying. Somebody obviously has to pick up the phone.
Correct.
But you can't figure out who the next guy is who has to figure out this big decision for your franchise. And didn't they just hire a search firm to help them figure this out?
Yes, they did.
So they have no idea who and what they want.
Well, but that is different from who's calling the shots
I
right
think
now.
it's a little bit of the same.
Well, I got news for you. Ownership's calling the shots on Dylan
Because if
Larkin.
they knew who they wanted calling the shots, he would have the job.
You're overthinking it. I guarantee you, there is someone you can. If you are the Minnesota Wild and you want to put in a trade offer on Dylan Larkin
know
right
that,
now,
Sid. I
you
know.
can get a hold of somebody.
Obviously.
Pretty sure.
But if that's not the guy who's directing your team for the next couple of years, you're just gonna have some random guy who's in. I get he's in the organization.
But you and I are mad at different things. They don't have a GM.
I know.
And this idiot Larkin is not smart enough to realize that he can just say, guys, there's a lot of uncertainty. I love the team. I love the market.
That's what I said.
He's not smart enough PR-wise to do that.
That's what I said. He could use that as an excuse. He goes, no, I still want out.
Wow.
But then he would have to dress for them again. Yeah.
I pray Bill Guerin gets this
think
idiot.
he's burnt there
I
anyways.
pray Bill Guerin gets this idiot. And he's the guy who's going to show Quinn Hughes this is the place to be.
If he was to go back, the fans would still boo him, no?
He can't go back.
He can't.
This thing confirms it. Today,
I
there
know.
was a way back. If Yzerman gets fired and you say, oh, guys, I love you. It was just a thing with Steve. but I love you. Maybe we can work something out.
Yeah.
He didn't take it.
Which is what Werenski did.
Werenski was a whole different. He just went, oh, what's this on my phone?
Why are people calling me? Why are people messaging me?
Why is CJ tweeting? What is this? What is this? Guys, what's going on my phone right now? It's called attention from the hockey world, Zach. You don't have it because you're in Columbus, but now you do. There are guys, at times, there are some hockey players who are dumb as rocks.
Werenski was like, I want to go somewhere else. They're going to talk about me a lot there? Okay, I don't want to go anywhere else.
Guys, why is everyone talking about me? Because you turned down a trade at Dallas, you idiot, and it got out. Oh.
But then there were still reports you wanted to leave.
Christopher Bird in the chat, 3-hour show on the way.
Drew Test in the chat. Sid's got serious spirit.
Yeah. Hit it. Hit it.
How the spirit strengthens and grows. There'll be a certain spirit. Every year there's a certain level of spirit.
We are done.
One more thing. Seawald? Is he with the team yet? Have we seen that?
I think arriving today, activated probably for tomorrow's game.
I just want to throw out there that it was a couple of years ago. Remember when the Mariners were selling stuff in the Jays shop and somebody put a post up about it? There was like
in Seattle.
In Seattle,
Yeah.
at the Mariners shop in the stadium had just as much Jay stuff as there were two players that made a big deal, JP Crawford, and it was Seawald. This is the tweet from 2023. What the hell is this Mariners store? And swearing at them. And now he's in Toronto. You can go buy one of his jerseys there.
I mean, the Jays should put a Seattle jersey of his in the Jays stuff.
I agree.
100%.
That's amazing.
Jays
I just wanted to bring that up
Jays
'cause I dug it out.
in-game staff have a sense of humor. I would definitely do that. That's pretty good.
It's hilarious. I did because I'm like, Seawald has a history with the Jays, doesn't he? This was it. It was funny.
RM in the chat, 3:07 approaching fast, guys.
Yeah.
First pitch at Rogers Center. They want us to wrap up. Okay. Good pull there at the end with the Seawald. I
funny.
forgot about
it.
That's
Yeah,
pretty funny. You good?
Yep. Hit like and subscribe, please, folks.
Apologies. We wanted to get to Anthony Santander, but we ran out of time. On behalf of Vazo and everyone here at Sick Media, I'm Sid. You've been watching and listening to the Sid Seixeiro Show powered by Sick Media. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Take care. We'll talk soon.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.